Hmm. All right. Looks like we are live. Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome to episode 140 of Let's Chat Live. Yeah, hope you guys have had a great week and thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, let's see who's in the chat, shall we? Waiting to say hello. So, right now we have Ozzy and Shadow currently. So, let's go and say hello to them, shall we? Hmm. Hey guys. I can barely hear you both once again, probably because of a stupid audio problem Discord has.
Let's try the camera thing again.
Okay, now it's gone louder. It's pretty stupid how you got to do it on camera mode to make it louder. When
Hold up, I got called down. Hold up, I got called down.
No worries. Hey Joseph, welcome. So, another week has gone.
Oh yes.
And as you guys can probably tell, because my posters are pretty much gone, I'm starting to pack now because next Friday I'll be moving house.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
So I've even packed up my Xbox One as well away because I don't plan to play on it for the foreseeable future. So yeah, good riddance, I guess.
Mm.
I'm not going to sell it anytime soon because of the exclusive games on it that I do love to play. But I don't plan to play on it, to be honest. Patrick said he might join later. Well, fantastic.
Yeah, they said something.
Well, that's great. I hope they'll enjoy themselves when they all come here. Alexander's here. Hello, Alexander.
Alexander? Hello, yes.
Hello, Alexander. How's it going?
Going amazing. It's just going amazing.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. That's none of your business, Joseph. I'm not disclosing where I live.
Yeah, best keep that private.
Yeah, I might be moving house next Friday, but I'm not going to disclose anyone here where I'm living because it's private. Because
That's all.
yeah, because Alexander,
That's
if
all.
you're the one talking about next Friday, I'm moving house.
Well, I suppose congratulations. Unless you don't want to move, in which case I'm sorry. So I don't know what to say.
Well, I do want to move for a fresh start, so I guess it's just a packing that's all stressful, really. Like today, I packed up my Xbox One, and I also packed up some films to have, and I also folded up my posters as well, which was very sad to do. You know, have you ever had that feeling where you want to pull away something and you haven't got the heart to move it or put it away?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's just not really fair, to be honest. And the downside as well, guys, is that at this house I'm going to be moving to, there won't be any Wi-Fi until the 3rd of October, meaning that I won't be able to live stream on the Saturdays leading up to that day, sadly.
You can't be serious. You're gonna live with no internet whatsoever?
Hmm. Until the 3rd of
Shocker.
October. Until the 3rd of October, guys. So don't worry, it's only temporary.
Well, I myself can't last a day without internet, so I really sympathize.
Yeah. I mean, I'll find things to do, guys. Don't worry, because I do things which don't involve the internet in my time. You know, for example, I work, so there's that, and of course as well, there's also places nearby where I can go to that have free Wi-Fi to access, like supermarkets, for example, which have cafes. So that's good.
Well, that's good. That's good. And also, it'll only be for about 2 weeks,
Yeah,
anyways.
only
So.
2 weeks. So like I said, it's only temporary.
But also, do you not have 3G on your phone?
I do, but I want to use it sparingly so that I don't lose it. You know, I've got to conserve it as long as I can. I mean, I'll use it during the nights, for example, but during the day, thankfully, the place I work has Wi-Fi, and also, of course, there's nearby places like restaurants that do have Wi-Fi, thankfully, which is free, so that's good. So that means, guys, that I can still make videos, but I have to upload them in the places where there's Wi-Fi, basically.
Yeah.
And thankfully, don't need to worry about watching videos on YouTube in terms of reactions because, as you guys know, I've stepped down from reacting, and I couldn't be happy to do that.
Okay, back.
Hey Ozzy, welcome back. If you didn't hear what I said, Ozzy, I was telling people that next Friday I'm moving.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so as you can probably tell if you're watching my stream, so my posters have gone because I've forwarded them up today.
Yeah, I noticed that before I disappeared.
And I've also packed away several of my films too as well. The other ones I've not packed up yet are my Blu-rays of Milan and Atlantis because I'm planning to film videos on why those two didn't need sequels soon.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
Oh, I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, because as you guys know, I absolutely despise Milan 2 with a burning passion.
You don't like Milan 2?
I hate Milan 2, Alexander. The second, the direct-to-video sequel to the original animated film.
I've never watched Milan 2 myself.
Oh, good.
Well, all I can say, Alexander, is you're saving yourself from lots of pain because it ruins many beloved characters. It's just absolute trash, and in my opinion, there was nothing good about it at all because it was rubbish.
Yeah, and Alessandro, get this right. It even makes Mulan herself unlikable.
Nothing could be redeemed. No worries, Alexander. I see Blaze is here. Hey, Blaze, but he's on mute. Probably because of background noise. Hey, Liv, nice to see you here. And hey, Jedi Prime, how's it going? Hey, Blaze Widow's on his camera. Nice. So yeah, guys, I parked on my Xbox One, and you know what? I felt actually really happy doing that. So yeah, because screw Microsoft.
Screw them all away.
Yeah, I say it on behalf of all those who got banned from playing it for no reason until 9999 that year, including Blaze's brother as well, because he got banned too, didn't he, Blaze? Unfortunately, didn't he?
Couldn't they just be honest and just say you're banned for life? Couldn't they just say that instead?
They could have, but we chose not to, and that's why they suck. So, as far as I'm concerned, folks, in my opinion, the only good thing about Microsoft's consoles is the exclusive games to them, in my opinion. Although I do wish those exclusives would get ported to PlayStation, though.
Surprisingly, those exclusives got ported to PC.
Yeah, they did. I think it was Microsoft PCs that got ported too, because Microsoft, of course, owns Xbox, doesn't it? So, yeah. I think some are on Steam as well, so Ozzy, you'll probably be lucky if you want to play them on PC.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I plan to do anyways. I'm planning to, transition from Xbox to PC. So I'll be a PC, PlayStation, and a Nintendo user.
Well, that's a very good idea.
Yeah, and as for Xbox, it's now decoration.
Decoration. So yeah, just to be clear, guys, I still love many of the exclusives like Halo and Gears of War, Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive, Rise, Son of Rome, among several others, but the console itself, no, don't like it anymore.
Okay, I'm back. I apologize for that. I got a call.
Oh, that's fine, Alexander. Totally fine. Yeah, calls. Yeah, I'll let you take them as long as you need to. It's absolutely fine.
Yes, but I also wanted to share with you guys that this week, and I won't share it in too many places, but I'm fine sharing it here. I got scammed this week.
Oh no!
Oh no! Well, what happened?
I'm so sorry, Alexander.
Okay, so I'll tell you from the start. So basically, I was at an Italian restaurant. I finished my dinner. I paid for everything. Then after that, I decided I'm gonna go to the supermarket, to buy some desserts. So I went to the supermarket, and right next to the entrance, there was a very nice boy standing over there. He looked very nice. He's a little younger than me. Very nice, very innocent, soft voice, wearing this very nice hoodie. He instantly appealed to me, and he was holding this large piece of paper. And I asked him what. Well, he kind of told me. He said, I'm fundraising for sports equipment for my high school. Could you please donate? And I'm very well aware of all these scammers. I'm extremely well aware of scammers, but something about this, it didn't ring a bell. I just thought, oh, well, that's so nice. He is so dedicated to his studies, to his education, to his school. He cares so much about his school. And I was thinking, so many kids today couldn't care less about their studies. And here this boy is literally standing next to a shop in the middle of the night asking to fundraise for his sports equipment. So I should have been suspicious, but I guess I was he bamboozled me, and so initially I didn't have any cash on me. So I said, sorry, I don't have any cash. So he said, yeah, fine. So I went into the shop. I bought all of my stuff, and I went back home. But then I was like, I probably want to grab a few cash and go back there because he seems like such a nice guy, and I really appreciate what he does if he's legitimate, which I thought he was legitimate at the time. Yesterday I found out he wasn't. So I take some cash, I leave my groceries at my house, I take some cash, and I go back all the way to the store just to give him some cash because I thought he was doing such a great job. I thought he was doing such a nice thing. So I come up to him and I give him this long speech about how much I admire him, how he's an example to the rest of the students, how he's an example to all young people out there, how more people should follow in his footsteps. And he's like, thank you, totally nodding along. And so I give him a cash, and quite a lot, actually. Because I thought, well, why don't I make him happy? If he needs sports equipment, I support sports. I know a lot of boys and men and everyone loves sports. If he's really fundraising for it, then of course I'll give him. So I gave him the cash, and I leave the back to my house again, very, very happy. And so yesterday, I come back to that store, and one of the staff people says, these are not real people. They make stuff up completely, and some people drop them off and they just collect money. And she says that he changes his story every day. And one day he was fundraising for his dad's funeral. The next day he's fundraising for something else. So, yeah.
What?
Well, Alessandro, here's the thing. I actually know how you feel when it comes to being scammed because I've been scammed too.
It's no picnic at all. So I'm very sorry to go through that, Alexander, but I've got to ask you though as well, how's your course going so far that you're doing?
Oh, it's going amazing. It's going amazing. We're going to be shooting some stuff tomorrow. As you may have seen on my Instagram, we went to the Universal backlot where a lot of professional movies are shot. That's where they actually filmed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where that's like the Western set. They filmed that movie there, a part of it, Quentin Tarantino's movie. And we filmed our short films on that exact same set. So that was just great.
That's awesome. You got to shoot on that set. That's just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this supermarket you went to, Alexander, was it a chain? Was it a popular chain of stores in America that you went to, or was it just?
It is. It's called Vons. It's called Vons.
Oh, nice. I don't think I've heard of that store chain.
Yeah, but another thing is, in Russia, we have a lot of these scammers, and usually I'm well aware of the tactics. But Vons is such a prestige, good store. What I thought is that this is actually like they're supporting this, and that he's legally allowed to stand here, and that they're supporting his fundraising. I know it sounds stupid, but I just thought that for some reason.
It's not stupid at all. Don't worry. It's not your fault, Alexander. You're only doing what you do because you're a nice guy,
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and as well, guys, in other news this week, Mortal Kombat 1 has dropped, and based on what I've seen, I honestly have mixed thoughts about it, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Megan Fox's voice acting absolutely sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I'll simply say it's not acting because, in my opinion, she can't act.
And with her character, most people would probably say she's perfectly casted if they know the context of that.
Yeah, because she is a real life vampire, or what, in my opinion, she can't act. Massive miscast, in my opinion. I don't know what they were thinking casting her of all people, really. And so yeah, it's just stupid. And
to be honest, I could go on hours making jokes about Megan Fox, but best not to because they're inappropriate.
I'd rather just wait till I get a game on PS5 if I do get a PS5, and of course do a fatality on the character. It'll be very satisfying. Same on Homelander as well, of course, because I hate Homelander.
I'm not even gonna get Homelander because if I don't like the character, I'm not gonna spend money on it.
I mean that depends on how we're going to sell the character. I mean, hopefully he's just single. He won't need to pay the whole pack. He'll just be single characters.
Yeah, hopefully something like Skywalker Saga, because at least I didn't get Reva.
Yeah, of course. When I get to Lego Skywalker Saga on my Lego Marathon, guys, I'll probably won't buy the packs from Series 2, just Series 1 probably.
Yeah, I was about to say, but then again, Series 2 pack sucks, to be honest.
Yeah, it does, unfortunately. Like, for example, guys, right? You know how they have like Darth Vader without his helmet in the Kenobi pack? You know, it's just really lame how Lego Clone Wars' damaged Darth Vader has a much better design than this damaged Darth Vader. It's sad.
Sadly.
My goodness me.
And the summer vacation sucks. It's just the reskin.
I mean, you guys will be happy to hear that I have no interest in buying that pack because I've not even seen the special to begin with, and I don't want to.
It's
Apparently-
a crappy
apparently-
advertisement for
apparently it's
Star
just
Wars
an-
Hotel
just
that's
an ad.
closing this month.
Yeah, it's just an ad for that failed Star Cruiser.
Well, don't worry, guys. I'm not going to play that pack at all. To be honest, none of the packs interest me in the
Especially
second season. And I'm not even going to get Book of Vets pack because that show disappointed me anyway.
If I'm being completely honest, I'm honestly really glad I didn't spend the night at that Star Wars Hotel.
Yeah, I'm not. I'd never go there either. Really, Jedi Prime, you're well lucky, man. When I get a PS3, Fallout Cybertron's going to be one of my target games to get because that's my favorite Transformers game of all time. Fallout Cybertron, I absolutely adore that game. Transformers, in my opinion, is also an example of a franchise where, in my opinion, old is better than new in terms of the gaming because, as you guys know, I absolutely hate the game called Rise of the Darkspark from 2014. And they also released that game in 2020 called Battlegrounds, which, in my opinion, absolutely sucked. And if you guys are going to ask me what my favorite Transformers media is, it's going to be the shows, the animated series is like G1 and BAM, for example. Those are my favorite Transformers shows, and obviously it's all Transformers games for the most part. I say for the most part because I still love Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast, and my favorite Michael Bay film is Dark of the Moon.
Yeah.
It's just really appalling how old is better than new these days. It's just really appalling. It should be the way around where things get better and better.
Oh yes, agreed.
And I say for the most part in terms of that because, because there have been some great things this year, which I'm not going to ignore, of course. So that's why I say
Yeah.
for the most part. But yeah, all of the bad things I've seen, in this day and age, they make me even more excited to watch older things and play older games.
Which is pretty much what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yes. And if you
I mean,
guys are also wondering where I'm up to with Lego Avengers, I've managed to complete the story mode, with the collectibles, and now I'm doing the bonus levels. I've done the one based on Thor: Dark World, and I think later I'll probably do ones based on Iron Man 3 and Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier will be my first house for bonus levels.
And yeah, when it comes to movies, I've seen a lot of old films this week.
I've not seen much because I've been at work really, but unfortunately, an old film that I saw this week, which I still think is absolute trash to this day, is unfortunately Phantom Force Stick.
That was only 8 years ago.
I know, it's not even a decade old, and it's absolute trash. And it gives me
Sad thing is that I saw it in theaters.
it gives me no hope for Fantastic Four. I'll stick to the two films with the original actors from 2005 and 7. I'm gonna stick to those two.
But
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you, Donnie. I appreciate you wishing me the best. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. 'Cause I could definitely do with all you guys wishing me well nowadays because of this move and all that.
yeah, I wish the best for you.
Yeah.
As well.
Same here.
Thank you, Ozzy. And however, on a more positive note, though, guys, I did watch a 2-part animated film, of course, which was Batman: The Long Halloween, released a couple of years ago, and I really loved the 2-parter. It was amazing, in my opinion. I loved it.
Well, I'll definitely check that one out this Halloween.
Please do.
Same
And
here.
Batman is also my second favorite voice role of Jensen Ackles behind Red Hood as well.
And also, I finished the James Bond franchise this week.
On a bad note, unfortunately, wasn't it, Shadow?
Actually, I'm going to be watching Daniel Craig's films
You
this
just
week.
you just said you finished it.
Yeah, okay, I guess. Well, technically I finished it because I will be rewatching Craig's film because I don't want to end this off on Dino the Day.
Please don't for your own sake. Because Dino Day is not worth watching. It's a complete waste of time.
And also that ending is one of the dumbest ends I've ever seen in my life.
Tell me about it. And I never thought I'd see the day when there's a character that looks like an alien in a James Bond movie as well.
What?
I mean, literally, it was just a Star Wars ripoff.
Literally. And also, guys, because I've not seen Catwoman 2004 yet, I will say that Jinx is my least favorite role of Halle Berry so far.
Yep.
But worse as Catwoman.
I mean, don't worry, guys. I have no interest in watching the 2004 Catwoman movie. I don't want to watch it. I don't see any reason why I should watch it.
You're saving yourself so much pain.
I mean, Ozzy, tell me this: is there anything good about that movie in your opinion? If you've seen it,
let me think about that because last I checked, I didn't like anything.
Oh dear.
I didn't like anything at all.
So I have no doubt, guys, that if I did watch that film, I'd say that she's her worst role, but I'm not going to. So that's why I say Jinx is my least favorite role so far.
But also, Catwoman is the second worst DC movie ever made, by the way.
Second worst, eh? Wow.
I think you already know what number one worst is.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so when it comes to actually good movies I've seen this week, then there's actually The Whale, which I saw yesterday.
Yes.
Loved it with the exception of three characters.
And I there's no doubt in my mind that you're talking of the unlikable ones, aren't you, Shadow?
Yes.
I mean, I was I was cursing like there was no tomorrow at those scenes. I was cursing at the screen because I was so angry.
God, but Ellie was such an insufferable villain.
She makes Max in Stranger Things look like a likable character in comparison when it comes to her role in like series 3 or whatever.
But yeah, that ending though on The Whale, holy crap.
Yeah, I was teary eyed about ending. I was crying.
Yeah, me too. Oh.
And I will say that Brendan Fraser 100% deserved his Oscar for that role. 100%.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. And while I don't really care for A24 nowadays, you know, really, or for Darren Aronofsky, I am glad that film helped Brendan have his comeback to mainstream films.
Yes. And also I finished off the main trilogy of Evil Dead.
Oh yes, well, Army of Darkness, yeah. And Shadow, did you notice that it was more comedic than horror?
Yeah, because I laughed so many times at that movie.
Yeah, I can't blame you at all. And also as well, Shadow, I also see that today you had the privilege of watching Teen Wolf, the original movie.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's a very fun 80s film, isn't it?
Yep. And you know, not just seen this movie, as I can see now that the Pixar ripped it off Turning Red.
Most definitely. I think Turning Red, you know, knocks off that and probably even Hulk as well, you know, of course. Or should I say Red version?
There's so many similarities to Teen Wolf.
Yeah, how unfortunate. Yes, happy Batman Day.
Yeah, only if you made Michael J. Fox's character to a woman and very unlikable.
Although I will say that Scott Howard's my second favorite role of Michael J. Fox of all time.
Awesome.
And that role has proved that he can do, like, you know, pretty dramatic roles, if you get what I mean, compared to Marty, who's of course a very fun character, you know.
Yeah. And the practical effects for the wolf design was fantastic.
Yeah, they were very impressive for 80s standards. And the music was also great too, typical 80s music, you know, with the instruments.
But yeah, I'd definitely say that Teen Wolf is another one of the most underrated films I've ever seen in my life.
Most definitely. It's a very fun movie.
But don't worry, I'm not watching the sequel.
You're saving yourself lots of pain.
Alexei says he's available to talk to me at the moment, so I gotta head out.
No worries, Alexander. I hope everyone's talking to him.
Thank you.
And I mean, I've already read the description for Teen Wolf 2, and it's just the same movie.
It's pretty much a soulless retread of a First Films plot, but with Scott's cousin, basically.
Yeah. I don't want to see a pointless remake.
Yeah,
Movie.
well, thankfully, Shadow, I watched it for your benefit, and I can confirm it's absolute trash.
I'm looking forward to watching your rant on it.
Yep. Yeah, because I, of course, covered a movie that needed a sequel, so you can see me terrifying that, can't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. And if you guys are wondering who I play as the most in LEGO Avengers nowadays, obviously because he's my favorite superhero, I play as Spider-Man a lot, but because I've not unlocked Stan Lee yet, who is my favorite character in the game, and all the LEGO Marvel games in general, the character I use the most in free play because he's so useful is Korvac. Do you guys know who Korvac is?
Well, he's kind of a forgettable character.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
really know much.
the thing is, guys, is that, you know, I used him because he has tons of abilities, which makes him extremely useful. So he's like an orange character who you unlock in the shield base, like a boss fight or something, and I got him. Although I will say that in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, he looked hideous for some, and he looked more like a combination of him and X-Ray, the purple version of him for some reason. Why not just bring both two characters back, you know? So until I lock Stan Lee, guys, I will use Korvac in the free play, stuff like that. I think we've got 2 levels left to do free play of, which is handy.
Oh, he looked.
So what?
Now I'm looking at it, and he looks hideous in like Marvel 2.
Yeah, if you guys don't remember, he was also a boss character in the story mode as well.
That I do remember.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it because that game did bring back several characters from LEGO Avengers and literally made them copy and paste in terms of the abilities and all that. So why not do the same for Korvac and X-Ray, bring them both back as they are in LEGO Avengers, you know?
Yeah, and also when it comes to James Bond, and now that I've finished the classic films, as promised, next week I'm gonna be watching Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, well, you're definitely in for a treat with really funny films. Definitely an example where you do a spy film parody the right way.
Looking at you, Casino Royale 7.
The last said about that absolute trash for better. In terms of watching TV shows, guys, I've been binge watching more of The Office, and I'm up to series 8 now. And Shadow, I can definitely see what you mean when you say the show has declined in quality due to the absence of Michael.
Oh yeah, because honestly, it just got a bit boring, and the jokes didn't land as much.
But I will say, though, for what it is worth, the cast who, of course, come back for it, like, especially, of course, Dwight and Jim, for example, they continue to provide for humour, though, I'll say that, but my bad quality of it, obviously, is still Mindy Kaling. Because Kelly is just so annoying in the series. She's just so annoying and obnoxious. I can't stand her.
But yeah, the ending will be worth it.
Yeah, I know that Michael does come back for it, so I'm looking forward to that.
And also, it is a perfect closure.
That's good. Just how you end the show, I guess, if it's perfect closure. Yeah, I know, Blaze. I was told he'd be joining in the after party. So, and also, Ozzy, I see that in terms of video game territory, you have also 100% completed LEGO Pirates Caribbean 2 on PC, haven't you?
Yep.
And was it easy on this time doing it again?
Yep.
That's cool. I mean, would you say that from experience it's easy because it's mostly because of the levels you've got to 100% complete it?
Pretty much.
Because the whole board isn't really big, it's just a port, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so it's quite a small one, isn't it, really?
And when it comes to Lego games, I've now started Lego Indiana Jones Regional Adventures.
Very nice. Is that on PS3, I take it, Shadow?
Actually, I'm streaming on PS4.
PS4. Well, how are you playing it on PS4? Because I'm pretty sure backwards quality sucks on PS4.
It's via PS Plus.
PS Plus. Oh wow.
I mean, come on, this is exactly why I love PS4. Get to replay some of my favorite games from my childhood.
The only downside to that is it always requires the internet, unfortunately, which is a big shame.
So far it's going pretty well.
Well, that's all your internet stays as it is, doesn't shut off, Hate it when it does that. And the only downside to it, like in Indiana Jones, is there's no trophies, is there?
Nope.
Sadly, the only way you can get is Xbox achievements, unfortunately, which is disappointing. It should be the way around. Whereas PlayStation trophies, but no Xbox achievements. That's how it should be. And what I also don't understand is, like, when it comes to Lego Indiana Jones' PSP version, how it's exactly the same as the console version, the same thing applies to Lego Batman 1. Why didn't we do this to future Lego games after it?
I'm pretty sure it's because the games got bigger. So they probably had to make a new system.
Well, Lego Parts Caribbean's not big, is it, Ozzy, as you've told us, so they could have done it exactly the same too, didn't they? But they didn't, did they?
I guess not. I really don't know the answer to that, to be honest.
It's probably because they're useless.
Oh yeah, by the way, I finally got a lot more Steam games this week.
That's cool.
Most of them are Valve games, like Half-Life, Portal, which I really want to replay because I haven't played that game in 9 years.
Yeah, it's a good game, Portal.
And also both Left 4 Dead games.
Awesome. Love those games. And it's also as well, when it comes as well to, Lego games, did they by any chance do Lego Complete Saga for any of the PlayStation Portable consoles?
Nope.
Well, that's disappointing. Like, they do it for Lego Indiana Jones and PSP, so why not do it for Lego Complete Saga? Or the 2 games before that for Lego Star Wars.
Let me find out. I'm gonna search it up. Why was that put into PSP?
It's disappointing, really. It could have been also the same gameplay as Lego Indiana Jones too, as well, and Lego Batman 1. But I guess you could say, guys, because I packed away my Xbox One today, that I've officially retired from Xbox now.
Okay, found it here. It says here the reason is because Traveler's Tales ruled out the possibility of a PSP version. Well, basically, the developers don't have resources to make it.
They did it for Lego Indiana Jones, though.
Don't really know because you do know Lego Star Wars 2 is on the PSP, right?
So why not do Lego Complete Saga then?
And I'm pretty sure the extras there are kind of the same as the console version, because you can play as prequel trilogy characters too.
So if they have potential to make it similar, then why not do it? What's stopping them?
I'm just like this. Here's something you could do. Why not? I don't know. Release it on Vita, since the Vita is more powerful than the PSP.
Maybe even give it trophies too, of course, because Vita was, of course, made in the 7th generation console era, wasn't it?
So yeah, so why is it hard to make it now?
Exactly.
I mean, back then, not now, because they don't do Vita anymore.
Yeah, they stopped doing it around 2016, I think, when they, stopped doing Lego games for it. I know that because Lego Force Awakens is their last Lego game they did for Vita, the last licensed one, that is. And anyway, guys, so we are half an hour into the stream, so you guys are probably wondering what did I get this week today. So you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Nice one. So as you guys saw in my action figure unboxing channel, I today, of course, unboxed my Spider-Gwen figure from Across the Spider-Verse.
Awesome.
I've given her a mask as well and a hood as well. Looks pretty cool in it. And then today, guys, I got a video game, the PS4, which is an exchange. So do you guys want to guess what it is? by exchange.
Is it another Assassin's Creed game?
It is another one, yes.
And
it's on PS4,
Okay,
yeah.
Well,
So
it is. Of course, it's not Odyssey.
no, because I hate Odyssey.
And
what haven't I said? I'm trying to think back. What haven't I said yet?
And it's no Assassin's Creed games after that I'm sure of.
Well, one that came out, of course, was Valhalla, and I'm not gonna ever replay that either because I've grown to not like Valhalla over time.
Hold on.
I want to say the
Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Wait, no, it's not Rogue. Keep guessing.
Is it the Ezio collection?
It is. It's the actual collection. My favorite Assassin's Creed games of all time, actually. Yeah, I really love this cover of Ezio right here. I really do. In my opinion, the greatest assassin of all time in this franchise, and also my favorite role of Roger Craig Smith as well. And then, guys, I got 2 figures today. And just so you know, guys, they are both DC characters. One of them...
Is it another...
One of them is based on an animated series, and the other is based on a video game version of that character.
Okay, so is the animated series version Harley Quinn?
No, I got her last week.
Oh, damn it. Is it Mr. Freeze?
No, this is a hero that I got from the animated series. I just get a figure of Mr. Freeze from that series, from the series as well.
Superman?
No, it's not Superman. I'd love to get a figure of Tim Daly's Superman though, whereas we got his regular clothes on, not because I've already got a black suit one.
Robin?
Yeah, it's Robin. Well done. From the new Batman Adventures version, yeah. Here he is. Looks pretty cool.
Okay, then we got the video game version.
So take a guess, yeah. This is a video game character, guys. And this game also came out in 2013 as well, as a bit of a hint for you.
Well, hold on.
Hero or villain?
Well, how about I give you guys another clue? Because we actually interviewed the actor who plays this character as well. In the game.
Hold up. I'm guessing this person that we interviewed, is it JB Blanc?
No, it's not a character voiced by him, as far as I know.
Fred Natasha?
No. Although he was in this game, but he's not. I've not got a character he's voiced for.
Peter Jessup?
No. Because he wasn't. I don't think he was in this game.
Is it Bob Carr?
No, I don't think he was in this game either, as far as I know. It's 2013.
Richard Epcar?
Yep, and which character do you think I've got to think of it he voiced?
I'm guessing the game is probably from Injustice.
And what character did he play in that, Ozzy?
Wasn't it Joker?
Yeah, it was. It's Joker, based on how he plays in Injustice Gods Among Us. This is the Regime World version of Involve, guys, not a Prime version. So yeah, this is a version, of course, that appears at the beginning and then gets killed by Superman for destroying Metropolis. So yeah, that's what I got this week, guys. I couldn't get much for, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm sure what I got was worth it.
If you were to ask us what the best thing was, I think I would have to go with all of them.
All of them. That's nice.
Yeah, probably this time around.
That's great. Blaze is totally on mute, so he probably has no idea what I'm presenting.
Okay, so I thought about posting my official James Bond ranking in the White Chat.
Well, you do that, Shadow. You saw first week Elm Street films, don't you? Very nice. That's cool. Yeah, you probably doing the right thing, not watching the sequels to 3.
Yeah, they were all trash.
probably best you just stick to a trilogy. Although when it comes to crossovers, I would recommend Freddy vs. Jason, though.
Yeah, that's pretty good 20 years later.
Yeah, I definitely really love that crossover.
But for the love of God, please, whatever you do, don't watch the remake.
Please don't. I would recommend Jason's remake, though. That one, in my opinion, was good, but the Elm Street one, in my opinion, is absolute trash and is, so far, the worst horror remake I've been fortunate time of watching.
And also, guys, can you guys believe that Blumhouse is actually planning another Nightmare on Elm Street remake?
I mean, it's a Blumhouse, so what does that tell you?
I thought it was a requel.
I have no idea what it is, and to be honest, I just don't care to know what it is. I really don't. I'll stick to Robert Englund's films and Freddy vs. Jason, to be honest. His trilogy and Freddy vs. Jason.
I mean, this Exorcist remake from Blumhouse was garbage. Looked like it's gonna be an absolute dumpster fire.
Well, thankfully, I'm not interested in that. I have more important things to do in my time than watch some trashy remakes, especially horror ones. And so, another thing as well is and tomorrow, guys, you're probably going to be wondering what video I'll be doing, which on a film I didn't need a sequel, but of course will be another Brendan Fraser film, which is The Mummy. And that's also, in case you guys wondering, that is my favourite role of Brendan Fraser too, Rick O'Connell. It was actually a role introduced me to Brendan as well, and yeah, Rick is a very likeable character, really fun to watch. And I will say, even though I do hate both a sequel to a Mummy, but Brendan was, in my opinion, the only best part of those sequels to me, the only best part.
Yeah, it was.
Obviously, in my opinion, the worst Mummy film of all time is that stupid Dark Universe set-up film. Reboot.
I hate that movie.
It is trash.
That is also, in my opinion, where there's nothing good about it.
It is trash. Absolute trash.
But to me, it's a full-blown 0 out of 10.
And to be honest, I unfortunately would say it has my least favorite role of Tom Cruise, which is very unfortunate.
What is going on here? Hello, I'm back.
Hey, Alexander. We were just talking about the Mummy films. I don't know if you've seen them or not, the Mummy films.
Oh, no, they're, well, I wouldn't say they're too scary per se for me, but at the time that I first heard about them, I was much younger, so they would have been too scary at that time, and I haven't really
Well, I can understand. I can understand, Alexander, because they do have quite high ratings here in the UK of how old you should be to watch them. So yeah, I can see why you'd be too scared to watch them when you were younger. Totally.
Yeah, but another thing is one of the I heard very bad reviews about one of them, and it's the one that I saw ads for it on TV a few years ago when I was a little younger.
A few years ago. So would that be by any chance? Would that be by any chance of film starring Tom Cruise?
Yes.
Well, it's probably best for you to avoid that too, because that, in my opinion, is the absolute worst of the Mummy films.
I hated that movie so much.
There's absolutely nothing good about that movie. Absolutely nothing.
And the best part to say it's my least favorite role.
The previous ones?
It's basically like, you know, it's basically a reboot, Alexander. And what's so bad is, rather than it be a Mummy film, it tries to set up like a universe, like a shared universe of like different horror characters and whatever, like Jekyll and Hyde, for example, among other things too.
Yeah, for some reason, the movie opens up with medieval knights. I really don't know why.
Because it's a universe setup film. And what's also dumb, Alexander, is, you know how the MCU has its fanfare opening, doesn't it, of course, where it's opened with the characters and the music, right?
Yeah.
They basically did their own version of that, basically, you know, where the Universal logo turns into a Dark Universe logo. So they basically tried.
I was like, what?
They're basically setting up a shared universe before it's even started, which was just a dumb thing. They should have waited until the franchise was commercially successful, but they didn't.
But I don't think this universe is going to happen, so that was stupid.
Exactly. They should have waited. They should have waited, but they didn't.
That's because it didn't happen. Or I guess you could say it did, and it ended immediately. either way worked out fine.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're not getting any more of those movies.
And I also as well say, guys, but sadly, with also my least favorite role I've seen so far of Jake Johnson as well, because I unfortunately find his character very annoying.
Because he was the comedic relief, and it was a massive failure.
Chris Vale. Yeah, I feel so bad for Jake.
And besides, the movie's humor was terrible, anyways.
And of course as well, as you guys will know, I refuse to watch For Woke and Blunder, so this film so far has my least favorite role of Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, the poor guy was absolutely wasted.
Yeah, I refuse to watch Woke and Blunder as well. There's no reason why I should watch that.
There's no reason why the MCU is even worth watching nowadays.
But then again, though, I have seen a few clips, and I'm glad I never saw the full movie.
I've seen a few bits thanks to Crystal Drinker's rant on it, of course, and from Twitter, so it was enough to convince me it's not for me, and it isn't at all.
It's especially me because I'm proof.
Yeah, because you had the unfortunate time of watching it for some reason.
Yep, and that some reason was incredibly stupid.
How sad. But Russell Crowe is a great actor, I will say that. So I feel so sorry for him having to be these trash things, and he of course also has my respect, especially because Crystal Drinker interviewed him as well.
Yeah, he was such a nice guy.
Yeah, he was class. I'll say absolute class,
like showing pure class.
Legend right there. And I never thought Crystal Drinker would have a privilege of talking to Russell Crowe, an Oscar winner.
Must have been an honor.
I bet it was for him. And I also see that Crystal Drinker also interviewed Sam Jones as well, Flash Gordon. He interviewed him. And I've seen bits of interviews. I definitely love I got to talk to Sam Jones. That was amazing.
By the way, speaking of interviews, I would like to wish you... I would like you guys to wish me luck, because I'm going to try... I got a phone number, and so there's a celebrity, well, a small celebrity, but still nonetheless, who I'm going to try and call today to invite for an interview, so hopefully he might agree.
Well, I don't know who it is, Alexander, but I hope it all goes well for you. Good luck. I hope whoever it is will agree to it and they can find a good time to talk to you, He will,
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Yeah. Wishing you the best of luck, Alexander.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope it all goes well for you. Revenge and Money ride. Oh, I went on that when I was in Florida 10 years ago. That was a great ride.
Oh yeah, that ride has been updated a lot recently.
What do we do this time, Ozzy? What do we do to it?
They upgraded the special effects in the ride.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because back then it looked a bit more plastic look, but not as bad as Scorpion King. But now good. It looks a bit more updated in texture.
And just so you know, Ozzy, in tomorrow's video, I do rant on a Scorpion King, just so you know.
Oh, this is gonna be super funny. This is gonna be super funny.
I know about Scorpion King. Dwayne Johnson, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Oh, well, the thing is, Alexander, in the scene we're talking about, he doesn't play a character. He's like a CGI, construction. And also, what's so dumb as well is that is also that he only plays the character at the beginning of the film in a live action role, right? But then at the end of the film, the character actually does talk, but voiced by another actor for some reason, not Dwayne.
I don't know. I want to say that's actually, not only is that incredibly stupid, but also I don't know how you can even say that Dwayne Johnson is in the movie or be like, oh, it's a star cast. Dwayne Johnson himself makes an appearance when literally he almost doesn't, does he?
He only appears at the beginning in a fight scene.
Alexander, you can just check this out for yourself. I mean, I posted a GIF of him.
I've seen
that. He is. You are aware of the character, of course.
Also, I think this is The Rock's first theatrical movie. I think
it is definitely one of his early roles. I'll say that. I mean, let me check his filmography so I can confirm this to you, Ozzy.
Yeah, Yeah, because I think he did star movies beforehand, but I think there were shorts
Oh,
or something.
it is his
like,
first film,
direct
or
video.
it is his first film.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was, however, in some TV show roles, though.
Okay, so guys, I'm actually gonna say something a bit controversial here. Scorpion King's CGI is actually way better than what we're getting nowadays.
Yeah, I was gonna also point that out as well.
I don't entirely agree. I think CGI is very bad in many movies nowadays. But also, I think that's pretty bad in Scorpion King. Like
It's
the
terrible.
skin texture, the texture doesn't. It looks like computer, PS1, whatever.
Completely
Pretty
and utterly
much
hideous.
low poly video game graphics.
I guess you guys could say it's literally the potato dock of the early 2000s era.
Pretty much.
So
But
yeah,
in this case, it's an action figure or a video game character.
literally, it's literally on the same level as Potato Dot, because just like Potato Dot, whenever I look at Scorpion King CGI, I'm just embarrassed. You know what I mean? And I can't take it seriously.
And a lot of people say that it's a dated movie, but boy, you know what other movie came out that year? Fellowship of the Ring. Compare the effects to that movie.
Yeah, many great films came out that year. I mean, for example, as well, the first Harry Potter film too, same year, 2001.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Actually. And there were probably some more films came out a year too, right?
Probably, yeah.
We could see CGI. Hang on, let me have a look.
Yeah, indeed, Connor. I think Imhotep on the Mummy ride is an animatronic, isn't he? Voiced by Arnold Vosloo, I think. Yeah, I think he's an animatronic.
What ride were you talking about earlier?
The Mummy ride in Florida, Alexander, at Universal Studios.
It's also Universal, Disney.
It's Universal Studios.
It's in Florida, Hollywood, and I think it's in one of the Asian Universal parks. I think Singapore,
Let me check where it's operating, because sometimes they tend to shut rides, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, because just on the topic of Universal Studios, it's actually very, very close to my university. Park.
You could probably visit when, Alexander.
I will, absolutely. I mean, once again, the back lot we filmed in, that's there, but like on the other side. So they have the ride where they have the trolleys and them looking at the studio. They were literally looking on us. So I was literally on the other side of it,
Yeah, it's the Universal Backlot Tour, which is the one I really want to ride on whenever I go to Universal Hollywood.
Well, if you went on that day when we were shooting there, you might have seen me from a distance.
Yeah, probably.
But wait, you're in Florida. You're in Florida.
Yep.
I'm in LA. Okay.
I'm in Florida. Oh, yeah. By the way,
you wouldn't have seen me then, even if you.
Yeah, I mean, but out of all the rides there, that's literally the one I really want to do the most.
I mean, it is a good ride. So, and I can see on Wikipedia that it is in Florida, Hollywood, and Singapore's Universal Studios operations.
Oh, that means I got it right.
Yeah, well done to you.
Yeah, plus, might as well say, spoiler alert, I'm going back to Universal in November.
Well, that's great. Well, I hope you have a great time. I don't want to know why you said it's a spoiler, because you're just announcing a future event. How's that a spoiler?
Yeah, I don't know, because I usually go to Universal every time I have a birthday.
Well, that's fine. I guess you could say it's a birthday tradition.
Yeah, pretty much, especially considering the fact that this year I'm going to be in my 20s.
Yeah, joining the 20s club.
Yep, I was not expecting that, to be honest, but I made it.
Nowadays, well, guys, I'm 23 and I feel like an old codger nowadays. I really do.
Like what? Say again?
I feel like an old codger, like an old man.
Oh, don't say that. No, you're still very.
Well, it's how I feel. I mean, guys, I can't even catch up to my cats who run past me. They're so fast compared to me, and I can't catch up to them. And they're both getting on a bit too in terms of ages. Oh, speaking of them, Susie's wandered in. Hey, Susie.
Oh.
She just walked past when I was talking about her. Can you believe that? She's probably going to eat her biscuits, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
coincidence? I think not.
Yes. What a coincidence. I see that Jay is hearting my comments on his post about Batman, so if he sees I'm live, he might probably give me a call, hopefully. I mean, I'd love to talk about my future plans, so yeah. If, you know,
Yeah, it'd be nice.
if he's busy though
Yeah.
this week, it's totally fine. I can always text him when I have mood to let him know. Because, yeah, Jay's a lovely guy. Always will be my favourite YouTuber of all time. It's never going to change.
Well, I really do hope he calls you.
Yeah, because I think YouTube is a better is made a better place thanks to him. I'll say that. He helps YouTube be a better place because he does great content. He's a nice guy to talk to, you know.
Excuse me, I'm getting a call. I'll be back.
No worries.
Wait, who, Luke?
What? So what, Blaze?
Jay.
Wait.
We're talking about Jay.
Oh, Jay. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're just saying that we hope he'll call Luke.
If he's not busy, if he's not busy, that is. If he is busy, if he is busy, guys, I totally understand. You know. Yeah, he's a great guy. And so, in terms of what I'll be watching, though, guys, I'll probably pick something to watch tomorrow because on Monday I'll be rewatching Batman vs Superman for its review and all that. So I'll try and find something I can watch tomorrow. I'm not too busy, that is, because these days I'm doing so much work on the house, you know, packing stuff. So I'm not sure if I have time to you know watch something. I mean, while I was packing stuff up today, guys, I did watch The Office on TV, so I guess I did that to help pass the time. So yeah, and I will say as well that another thing that I do like about Series 8, guys, is that while I of course do miss Michael, one of my favorite things about it is probably James Spader.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite role of this.
Might be mine as well. And I don't know why, but especially in his first appearance where he's been interviewed for a job, I literally, if you were to close your eyes, you probably think it's Ultron going for a new job. But I will say for him, I think he's much better and in my opinion, funny as well.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was a good replacement for Michael.
Yeah, although he won't ever top Michael at all.
No, he will not be Michael. He will never be Michael.
And I will say, guys, that my favourite scene in Series 7 is actually a scene when Michael meets his UK counterpart, David Brent, played by Ricky Gervais.
And that was great.
Yeah, I love how he did that.
That's a fantastic cameo. And yep. Also, Luke, did you also notice Jim Carrey?
Yes, I did in the Series 7 finale's second part, yes. That was awesome to see Jim, the legend. Yeah, I can never, you know, never notice Jim Carrey because he's an absolute legend. Well, Connor, stay tuned for its trash talk on Monday. Can't force it because that film to me is absolute trash to this day.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know you guys probably can't wait to watch me tear it apart, can you?
Yeah. Especially considering the fact that I rewatched that movie earlier this year for some reason that I probably forgot.
Was it because you were punishing yourself, Ozzy?
I'm pretty sure that was the reason, but I don't remember what I was punishing myself for what I did.
Was it something to do with schoolwork or something?
I really do not remember.
And so, another film I'm also planning to watch as well is a film called The Fifth Element as well.
Oh, The Fifth Element is something my dad is obsessed with. My dad is like, oh, Fifth Element, greatest films ever. You know, he loves it unbelievably. But I actually don't like it at all myself, so we disagree there.
Well, I'll see what I think of it.
Yeah, I think the movie's good.
I'll be checking it out mainly because of the cast of it, of course. So I'm looking forward.
Yeah, like you have, of course, Bruce Willis, Chris Tucker, Ian Holm.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I hope Bruce is well nowadays. I hope Bruce is well nowadays.
Yeah, and then there's also Mila Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich.
I see Gary Oldman.
Oh, Gary Oldman.
Hey, too.
Yeah, Gary Oldman plays the villain.
Well, I can see why, because Gary Oldman is amazing at playing villains.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Luke Perry's in it too. Rest in peace. And so far, guys, I'm only aware of Mila Jovovich thanks to Resident Evil live action movies and the Hellboy remake. But all those ones I hate, unfortunately.
Well, she's actually good in this movie.
Well, that cheers me up, I guess. So I'll be looking forward to seeing her in this. And oh yeah, I thought she was good in Zoolander, a comedy film by Ben Stiller. So I'll say that. And I also see that apparently Zoolander got a sequel, a late sequel, if you will, released 15 years later. And I'm wondering, is this sequel good or is it not good?
I'm really debating whether to watch the sequel or not, because I kind of think the first one ended perfectly where it did. So I don't really think we needed to.
That's exactly why I don't
got a
want to
late
watch it
sequel.
either. That's why I don't want to watch it either.
Yeah, same here.
I just don't see a reason why I should, because I think the first one ended perfectly on its own, And I also as well don't want to watch it because it's had bad reviews too from critics as well, and it was a flop too. So yeah, what does that tell you? Part of it's not good.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough proof.
And I also remember that Platypus writer also said that this one of the worst movies he has ever seen.
How unfortunate.
Anyways, let me check another thing. And my God,
what's
Ben
up, Ozzy?
directed the movie and it
Yeah,
flopped.
he did. Yeah, he did, sadly. And also as well, Ozzy, when it comes to what I'll be doing next week on a film of the sequel, you'll be happy to know that it's National Treasure 2.
Oh yes.
Like, why they didn't do a third film is beyond me. We should have done it on it, but we didn't.
But no,
instead of that crappy show.
Instead we got a D- show.
Yeah, and as you guys know, I refused to watch that show. I've only relied on Az and Jane's review, and they actually backed out after the first couple of episodes. And you know what? I can't blame them.
Finn, the series literally got cancelled.
Exactly. So
what does that say?
Yeah, what does that tell you? Yeah, Lord Shem was absolutely terrifying. He's my favorite DreamWorks villain of all time.
Yeah, great film.
Definitely my favorite voice for Gary Oldman, and most definitely my favorite Kung Fu Panda villain of all time. Yeah, I absolutely love Kung Fu Panda too. That's one of my favorite films of all time, actually.
Oh yes.
It's just whenever I watch that film, when I watched that film after a trilogy, guys, a couple of years ago, I just have that level of satisfaction that I never had before when watching a DreamWorks film until that film, it just felt like an absolutely perfect masterpiece, like so much satisfaction and just an incredible story. Just my mind was blown.
It's pretty much the Spider-Man 2 of Kung Fu Panda movies.
And it's also funny you say because it's also a second film and all in a trilogy, just like Spider-Man 2 is.
Yeah, pretty much. That kind of also applies to Shrek 2 as well.
Oh yeah, released the same year as Spider-Man 2 as well, 2004. And Shrek 2 is also one of my favorite animated sequels of all time. Although, of course, guys, as you guys will know, my favorite animated sequel of all time is literally my favorite animated film, Toy Story 3. Yeah, I absolutely love Toy Story 3, and yeah. Never gets old at all. And as far as I'm concerned, it's only a trilogy and nothing came after it.
Very much.
Absolutely nothing.
And there's no way in hell I'm watching this upcoming fifth film. Absolutely not. Because it's going to make 3 even more pointless than 4 has, to be honest. And yeah.
Yeah, they even made the entire franchise pointless.
Yep. They're going to.
Let's be real. Let's be real. This franchise won't end, sadly. But attack them both. It's already over to begin with.
I think this film is. I think this film is dead before it even started.
Honestly, I really don't know how else I could put this, but basically, Toy Story is pretty much a dead franchise now.
It's the sad truth. It's the sad truth.
It died with the fourth one.
The other thing that I'm going to watch, guys, which is Pixar related, which came after, you know, where I stopped and whatever it is, you know, which, you know, came out, is going to be Doug Days, and that's, you know, whatever it's called, you know, where Doug's spin-off show from Up, you know.
Yeah, I love that. I love that show.
I'll be watching that.
And
I'm mainly watching it, guys, mainly to pay my respects to Edward Asner.
Yeah, there's actually this new Doug Days special that came on D minus, which I'm also watching. And I think that might actually have Ed Asner's final performance ever.
Oh God, poor Ed. It was definitely a very sad day when we lost him. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, one day I rewatch Up and I end up being in tears watching it because of how much I miss Ed. I mean, shut up. Have you by any chance rewatched Up after Ed died?
I did. I think I watched it like the day after he died, actually.
And did you by any chance cry when you watched it?
I cried like you had no idea.
Well, you know what? I don't blame you in the slightest because, yeah, whenever I watch a film where an actor that I love has died, it just makes me really sad, you know?
Yeah, this will always be my favorite Pixar movie of all time.
I'll also want to post a review for it as well in the future.
Oh, okay, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it deserves to get it reviewed.
I mean, I don't see any reason why I can't review it. A couple on its anniversary of its release in the US being May 29th.
Well, you could probably also review all the Pixar movies. All
the good ones, yes.
And maybe do trash talks for the bad ones.
I don't see any reason why I should watch them again because I really don't want to watch them again.
That's fine. That's fine.
And also, Shadow, it's my channel, not yours, so I can do what I want.
I know.
So I see that Carl's final film, Ed's final film, is something called Unplugged, and it's a voice role as a character called Dr. Eaton. He's been in so many voice roles, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But there is, however, one thing I'm not going to be watching up later, which is Carl's Date. I am not watching that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna pass on that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely not watching that.
And it literally goes against the character. That's another reason. It goes against the character.
Exactly, and it makes the first film pointless, really, because you know the Up movie was all about Carl fulfilling Ellie's wish to take the house to Paradise Falls, of course. You know, because Ellie was the love of his life, and he made it clear that there'd be no one else at all. You know, just her.
Well, maybe I can check it out for you, guys' benefits.
I mean, it's only 11 minutes, but it's probably torture anyway.
I mean, I'm only watching for Ed Asner. That's why.
I'd rather watch me in good things than bad things, to be honest. Oh, Alexander left us. apparently Adasna did a recording for this thing. It literally like months before he died in spring.
Remember when you mentioned Unplugged earlier?
Hmm.
Did it happen to be called MTV Unplugged?
It just says Unplugged on it, so I have no idea what's making it. And because on Wikipedia, there's not even like a page on that film. It's just like black text. It's not blue with a link.
Yeah, because all I did is just search up Unplugged, and first thing I got was MTV Unplugged, and it's just music.
Well, apparently this is like a voice wall of his, and this thing is in post-production.
And by the way, this MTV Unplugged thing I'm talking about has 29 seasons.
29 seasons. Good. Well, this is a film, Ozzy, that I'm looking at.
Oh, it's a film. I thought it was a show.
Yeah, it's a film. I see that his last TV role is a TV film called Scarlet. I have no idea what that is, but not even a Wikipedia article for it. Just black. Black text, not
Never
blue.
heard of that.
I do see as well that his last video game role was also was Carl in that Rush Disney Pixar adventure game in 2012.
Yeah, that game is, to me, very mediocre.
And I see it was only released on Xbox, so yeah, I'm missing nothing because I'm retired from Xbox now.
Well, I played it, and yeah, it's just mediocre, like I said.
Is it a race game, Ozzy, by any chance, because it's called Rush?
Oh, really? You're just exploring different Pixar worlds, and that's it.
So why call it Rush then?
I really don't know.
Weird, isn't it?
Yep. And by the way, no, I did not buy the game. It was on Game Pass one day, so that's why I tried it.
And was it not worth it, Ozzy, I take it?
Yeah, nah, I'm saving my money.
Yeah, it's good you got on Game Pass for. You didn't waste your money in that case, did you?
Yeah, let's be real. Game Pass is only useful for games that stream on there and you can just play for free.
I suppose you can test them out, can't you? Without worry about your money, I guess.
Yeah, that's like if demo versions of video games are not available. And speaking of which, I've been noticing demo versions of video games have been dying down lately.
Yeah, they have. I've noticed that. Yeah, I've not really seen, much of them nowadays.
And demo versions are important.
Yeah, I suppose they give you a taste of what's to come, really.
Yeah, because if you're interested, then you know what game you're in for. If you're not interested, then you can just uninstall the demo version from your console.
Exactly, because I played the demo level for like a Marvel Super Heroes 1, Xbox 360. You know what? It's San Central Station, the first level of the game, and that made me really want to play the game. That's why I got for Christmas. And although the demo level is a bit different to the actual console version, because I think they cut out the fights in the station itself. They cut that out and just get to Spider-Man after the entrance to Grand Central Station scene, I think. But yeah, I will say though, guys, that my favorite character in like the Lego Marvel games, all three of them will always be Stan Lee.
Yep, but some demo version levels are. Some demo levels are kind of weird. Like,
yeah, they are.
Have you heard? Or have you heard about this VR game called Job Simulator?
I've heard of it, but I've not played it.
Oh yeah, the demo version of that game is weird because literally, it's in Jacksepticeye. Jacksepticeye recorded a playthrough of it. What it is that he completed at least like 3 to 4 tasks, and then after that, the game ends immediately.
Oh wow!
I'm like, what? You're only there for a few minutes, and the game is over.
That's weird. Bonsoir in comics.
Yeah, because at first I thought he was going to play through the whole office job mission, but no, it's only 3 to 4 tasks of that mission. It's weird.
Bit of a letdown, if you ask me, for a demo.
Yeah, I mean, the actual game itself was really fun, but that demo was so weird.
I guess you could say disappointing.
Yeah, that's pretty much an example of what you should not do in a demo mode.
Yeah, what you should not do. And for some reason, guys, whenever I install a new LEGO game to my PS4, before I jump into playing it, they tend to advertise a demo for LEGO Force Awakens for some reason, near my Outpost for some reason. I'm like, I don't want to play that, thanks. I've already got LEGO Force Awakens.
Yeah, it does that for me.
Yeah, and also, why advertise it for that game? Why not advertise for Skywalker Saga?
Yeah, that's an old game.
Because I guess you could say LEGO Force Awakens hasn't aged well due to the release of Skywalker Saga, which in my opinion is a far better game.
Yeah, way better.
Like, I think.
Also,
I mean, I will say, guys, but even though I'm not a fan of a sequel trilogy levels by any means, I will say that in my opinion, the Force Awakens part of Skywalker Saga was better than the Force Awakens game as it is. In my opinion.
Speaking of which, out of all demo games to advertise, you advertise that one?
Yeah, that one. A game that's not aged well, and that, of course, many people don't really like because it's based on a film that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, the entire game is just based on an overrated movie.
I mean, the only thing I'll say that I do like about Force Awakens, quote-wise, of course, is that's not how the Force works. That's the only quote I like from the movie. And I think you can probably hear Harrison Ford's frustration in that line. Because, yeah, he's in a pretty bad film, isn't he? Poor guy.
Honestly, when I hear that line again, sometimes I feel like that was unscripted.
It probably was unscripted, yeah. I mean, decided to leave it because it felt so realistic, authentic, if you get what I mean. And so, and another thing as well, of course, is on a PS Vita version, of course, some of the challenges are pretty annoying too because of because there's so much, unfortunately, time challenges. For example, in Battle of Endor or Space Battle, you've got to destroy a Death Star main reactor in a certain amount of time, unfortunately.
Oh, come on. Why the time challenges? Come on.
I mean, what I could do, guys, is I could probably do several playthroughs of the levels where on one playthrough I focus on doing the other challenges which don't have a time limit and also getting the collectibles. And then once I've done that, I turn on the extras, which of course increase, which of course, say for example, give me invincibility or whatever. For example, if there even is one, and then just do it quickly. Because there is, thankfully, an extra which gives you unlimited torpedoes, those purple ones.
Yeah, those are very useful.
Yeah, that extra is really handy, I guess in that case. And I will also as well say that the game is quite identical to the console version in terms of the level layouts, but there is, of course, some differences, though. Blaze is at his setup. That's cool.
Wait, what?
I see you're on your setup, Blaze.
Oh, yeah. It's nearly finished. It's just missing one item.
Well, I hope you're able to fix it soon, Blaze.
At least send the photo of it quickly.
We'll take your time. Speaking of LEGO Force Awakens, I'm loading up right now on my Vita, guys. And just so you know, guys, I am, of course, really keen on getting a PlayStation 5, truthfully, but I'm going to wait till Christmas before I ask for one. I'm going to ask for it for Christmas.
That's probably a better idea.
Because, guys, as some of you may know, my main target for the next console I want to play is a PS3. So when I start getting work wages, I'll probably hunt it. I'll probably get on Amazon more just to be safe.
And I hope you love the console because it's pretty damn great.
Yep.
I mean, I have heard great things about it.
Yep, and that's pretty much the next old console I'm going for because I really want to relive the memories of my PlayStation 3.
I guess you could say I'm going back in time.
And PS5, that's probably going to be a while from now because right now, for I guess newer things, I'm trying to save up my money for the gaming laptop I told you last week.
Yeah, well, I hope you get that, Ozzy. And the main reason why I want a PS5, guys, is mainly because of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, no questions asked about that.
I mean, that gameplay trailer they released this week also made me far more hyped than I was before. So, like, please give me that game already, please. Yeah, bring me it all day, every day. So, Ozzy, would you also say from experience that you think Lego Avengers on Vita is also identical to a console version in some cases?
Somewhat. There are noticeable differences, though.
I mean, I know that, of course, that obviously the graphics are different, aren't they?
Yep. And the open world is only New York.
So it's not like,
I remember.
So it's not any bonus hubs.
I don't think so.
Well, that sucks. There's also something else I've noticed in the Vita version of LEGO Force Awakens, being that the maximum amount of coins you can get is only like 99 million. You don't get a billion or 100 million, actually. It stops there for some reason.
Okay, check the live chat. What's important? What? There like a what?
Yeah, it's like a limit for some reason.
Why is it important to max out to put a max limit on studs? What?
A limit on studs? Are you kidding?
Well, I think it's
what
silly.
What is this?
Don.
Hey, Don. Welcome.
Hey.
Nice to see you here. Take care, Connor. Thank you. Wish me luck, Connor. I appreciate it.
I'm just like, are we playing old Lego games again?
Maybe it's trying to make you have a bit of nostalgia, but not doing it in a good way, I might say. Yeah. And Don, if you wonder why people wish me luck, it's because this Friday coming I'll be moving house.
Wait, you're what?
I'm moving house.
Nice moving.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The sad news is, what, Don, is that the new house I'm at won't have internet until October the 3rd, meaning that I won't be able to stream even until I've got the internet, sadly.
Dang.
Yeah. But the good news of all is that I'll be able to upload videos by going to places which have free Wi-Fi, like cafes, for example, or restaurants which have free Wi-Fi.
Nice.
Yeah. So I can still film them, thankfully. Because as far as I know, guys, internet isn't required to have power in your houses, is it? Thankfully, when it's other important things.
Yeah, of course.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if in the future they do invent houses where internet controls everything, including power and water and all that. Imagine that. That would be, in my opinion, going way too far. So yeah. And also, Don, you may also be interested to know that I'll soon be checking out The Fifth Element, the movie, The Fifth Element.
Nice.
Because I've heard good things about it.
And I forgot to mention this, but yeah, you guys may be aware that I did not see the Wrestle Guru this week after all.
Well, that's fine.
Because it's been a long time since I've seen the Despicable Me films, and I just want to see those movies first.
Well, that's fine. You do it in whatever order you want.
Hold up, I'll be right back. I gotta go check something.
No worries, Ozzy. I mean, you'll definitely like Rise of Gru because it definitely does know how to do a prequel the right way. I'll say that.
And yeah, and speaking of which, you guys might even hear my rant on Minions. Yeah, because I'm certainly rewatching that movie.
There's literally no reason for you to watch it in the first place because Rise of Gru ignores it.
I know.
So I don't understand why you need to rewatch it. It's a waste of time. Because Rise of Gru, thankfully, makes like he doesn't exist, thankfully, which I really appreciate. That's why I think it's a good prequel, because it ignores it the trash that came before it. In my mind, Despicable Me is only, a trilogy of being Rising of Gru and the first 2 movies, and that's it. No more.
But yeah, I'm definitely very
Take care, Joseph.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Rise of Gru though.
Yeah, it is a good movie. One of my favorite animated films of last year.
Yeah, same here.
Definitely, I would say, probably a pleasant surprise.
Oh yeah, and on other good news, you'll be pleased to know that I've now finished the main trilogy of Evil Dead.
Nice.
Then I got 2013 next.
I think you'll probably like the 2013 movie. I mean, I think it's really good.
And once I finish that, I'll be watching my DVDs for Ash vs. Evil Dead.
So it's a great show. It's a shame it got cancelled, because I think it's a really underrated show, but in my opinion, it deserves more attention.
And so hold on, I'm just gonna let Daniel know what we're talking about because he's asking.
He's asking, is he?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that we're talking about Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm. A very groovy chat, if you will.
Yeah, I definitely say that Ash vs. Evil Dead is definitely one of my most anticipated shows.
Well, I can see why. I mean, it is a very good show, and you'll probably be in for a treat with it. I think it's really underrated.
And look, do they have some funny moments?
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, I'll let you see it for yourself, but yeah, you'll be in for a treat. And it also proves that Bruce Campbell has still got it when he played Ash when he's middle-aged and not, young anymore. He's still got it to this day.
Yeah, and you'll definitely be pleased to know that when it comes to Evil Dead 3, I did get the good ending.
That's good.
Same here.
Hail to a king, baby.
Yeah, to me, that is the true ending.
It is.
Yeah, and not the depressing one where Ash wakes up
in ruins, yeah. And it ends with him laughing for some reason, where he's laughing. Definitely not a very groovy ending at all. Just not how you end a trilogy at all. It's not how you do that.
Apparently there was I just found out there was actually a bad Spider-Man fan-made film called Spider-Man Lotus.
Yeah, I heard about that. And I noticed that Rambarath has now ranted on it.
Rambarath Alive ranted on it. Oh, wow.
Apparently all it was just Spider-Man whining about how Gwen Stacy's dead and
Gwen's dead, oh dear.
And literally making Bully McGuire look like a saint.
Oh no.
And if I might be wrong, but I do think that the director of the movie is either a criminal or just hates Spider-Man. He's not one of those.
I have no clue.
Okay. I heard Ozzy told me something like that.
I mean, I have no idea because I've not seen this film.
Wait, actually, no, I remember. Yeah, Ozzy told me that the director of the movie was an actual racist.
A racist? Oh God. Well, to be honest, I don't really think I want to watch it now because I have no time in my life for people who are racist.
Me neither.
So yeah, I don't plan to watch this fan film. I'll stick to the Spider-Man things that I love instead.
The fact that this is apparently really the worst Spider-Man movie, man, this probably makes Homecoming ends makes Spider-Man 2 look like masterpieces.
Probably, yeah.
On the plus side for video games next month, guess what comes out?
Well, obviously, of course, Spider-Man 2 comes out next month, doesn't it?
Yeah, a lot, but actually better Spider-Man material coming out next month.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
I do actually think, based on the theme song of that game alone, which came out, I think a couple of months ago, I think it was, I think it's going to be a masterpiece for game.
Sadly, because it's only for PS5, guess I'm just going to have to watch YouTube gameplay videos of it.
I mean, I'm hoping to get a PS5 for Christmas, so I could play it, hopefully.
This version better not have the restored, updated look version of Peter Parker they made for the remastered PS5 version of the first
I
game.
think it does, unfortunately, but older, basically.
Oh, boy.
And since I have not played the Miles Morales game yet, do I have to play that?
Well, it is a sequel to
Spider-Man
it is a sequel to Miles Morales, so it might probably connect to it. I mean, I wouldn't know because obviously the game's not out yet, but yeah, it could connect to it.
Thankfully, Miles Morales was really short.
It is short, yeah.
Well,
less infuriating than the 2018 game was.
Well, I will definitely one day play it. But of course, I do need to finish Ghost of Tsushima and Hogwarts Legacy first. Obviously.
Yeah, just take your time, Shadow. There's no rush.
The good thing though, Miles Morales is included with Plus.
Well, there's a chance you can, of course, play it while it's on there. Then
so I can pretty much just get it for free.
Nice one. So I guess, if you play it, Shadow, you'll be saving your money too, or in case you don't like it,
Yep. And also when it comes to movies I saw this week, I sadly saw 2 direct-to-video sequels, which were both awful.
Well, that sucks. That's cool, Rex. Well, hope you have fun playing it when you get it for your birthday. So yeah, guys, during my time off due to no internet, I'll probably watch films and just rest. Really, I'll probably just rest.
That's a good idea.
Because work is also time consuming for me as well, of course. Really, so there's that too. So hopefully, one day I can just chill out and relax. Really, what's players texting me about now here? What's this? You'll be 20 next Friday, Blaze. That's cool. Welcome to a 20s club.
Yeah, in 3 weeks I'll be 21.
Very nice. So, I can already guess as well, guys, that in the new year, I'll probably have a lot to talk about, you know, when I, in terms of ranking the films I've seen, you know, in 2023, because there is a lot, isn't there? I've seen, which I think are good. And if anything, guys, I'm more looking forward to watching, you know, films which aren't even made by Hollywood. I mean, one thing I will also say, of course, is that my favorite movie of this year, Sisu, isn't even made in Hollywood, is it?
No.
Nope. It's Finnish.
Yep, Finnish. Directed by the legend Jalmari Helander. Great director, I might say.
And like, holy crap, that was a full-blown masterpiece.
Absolutely. I think it laughs at Hollywood films, laughs at them. Like, that's just how you do a proper story. You know, you don't make it too hard to understand. It's just a simple story of like a farmer, of course, you know, a worker in Finland who of course takes matters into his own hands, doesn't he? Again, in the war, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I also thought it was nice that he didn't talk until the end of the movie.
It's something new, I guess, really. First, I see Daniel showing like some statues of horror characters. I see Leatherface there. That's cool. And who's that clown character there? Is that from something? Is that from a franchise or horror franchise, guys?
I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. It does not look interesting. It does not look like something I've seen before.
I have no idea what it is.
Mm. Yeah, I can see it. Just figure it out.
But that actually does like a good statue of Leatherface for. I will say that. Oh, what's that there? Oh, those look pretty freaky. Huh.
Oh yeah, really, really, really freaky.
Yes. Oh dear, Patrick says he's going to bed early. Oh dear, hope he's okay.
Yeah, or he may be tired.
He says he's got a headache, Shadow.
Oh, no, hope it's all right. Oh, there's a clown from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Great film.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, huh?
Yeah, it's a fun, dumb horror movie.
Fun, dumb, eh?
Yeah. and it is not, and it is an absolute classic.
A classic. And when you say fun and dumb, Shadow, would you say it's like a film where you can turn off your brain and go and have fun?
Yeah, it's that type of film.
Very nice.
And since it is on Amazon, I'm gonna be rewatching it on Halloween.
Nice one. Hopefully by then my internet will be ready for me, you know, in my new house, so I can probably watch it then too on Halloween. And of course, guys, when Halloween, when it is the month of Halloween, I can go back to watching horror films and I'll be watching, you know, several, you know, popular franchises, which I'm looking forward to doing. One example being The Conjuring.
Oh, you're gonna love that. You're gonna love that franchise.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. I've heard good things about it.
Especially Conjuring 2, which is my favorite horror sequel.
Well, I'll see what I think of that. I'll judge it for myself. And Don, you'll be pleased to know that I do also plan to check out the 2 Terrifier films as well this Halloween.
That I'm also watching. That I will also watch.
I especially want to watch it because, Don, I know you spoke very highly of the second one, didn't you? Don, I said I'm going to be watching the Terrifier films, and you praised the second one, didn't you?
Definitely.
So
And there,
yeah, how exciting!
there's also a standalone horror movie that I highly recommend called The Others.
The Others, okay.
And also, guys, that movie right there has my favorite role of Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. Oh wow.
Oh, and Luke, this should also be exciting for you when you watch the Terrifier films. If you're tired of annoying, obnoxious female leads, guess what? Terrifier 2 actually has an very likable female lead.
Well, that's great to hear.
That's fantastic.
I mean, didn't the actually players with female lead also like defend the fans at some point too, Don? Didn't this actually plays this character also earn your respect recently too for something?
Yeah.
Well, that gives me a lot more excitement to see her in this then.
Same. And yeah, of course, the other horror movies I will watch is Trick or Treat.
Yeah, I could probably watch those too.
Definitely good anthology film.
And I do also as well plan to check out also another horror franchise called Insidious.
Just watch the first three.
First three, eh? Wow.
Yeah, I'll watch those.
I suppose I could watch all of them so far, so I could do a ranking video for you guys as well.
Yeah, I did see the fifth one, and honestly, didn't like it. I didn't hate it as much as Indiana Jones 5, but I still didn't like it.
I think any film from this year might probably be better than Indiana Jones 5, probably.
Yeah. I'll be back.
And
no worries, Dom.
And I'm also sure there are movies that are worse than Indy 5.
I have no idea until I've done it for myself. I mean, so far the worst movie I've seen from this year is of course that direct-to-video Bruce Willis film called Assassin. That was absolute trash in my opinion. Nothing good about that, as well. That's an example of nothing good about it.
And for me, it was Blood and Honey,
which we dare not speak of on this channel because it's an abomination which never been made in the first place. And I never will watch because I'm not going to betray A.A. Milne because that film just destroys his franchise, massacres it.
And I can watch for that.
And they're still making more of these for some reason. Slasher ones or something for some reason.
Yeah. Apparently, Bambi is getting one.
How stupid.
And yeah, Declan, yeah, your friend Declan, he told me that
Declan Kearns.
Yeah, Declan Kearns. Yeah, he told me that Blood and Honey is Jim Cummings' worst movie he's ever seen.
Oh dear. Wait,
I don't blame him.
Yeah, Jim Cummings said that, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, and you know what? I do not blame Jim in the slightest for that opinion and provide her my respect. What a legend.
And that just shows you how much he loves that character.
He cares about the character. Yeah. Jim Cummings is like an example of an actor from my childhood because, he was Winnie the Pooh. Oh yeah, one thing that Lego Force Awakens on my Vita has that is not on a console is like a battle arena where you fight stormtroopers on Starkiller Base as Paul for some reason.
Why not literally any other character?
I mean, you can switch you can switch if you want to, so that's good. But there is like a challenge for defeating characters as him though, so I guess that makes sense.
I mean, in this battle arena, I would rather use prequel and original characters.
I mean, when I do free play, I'll play as Darth Vader. Because whenever I do free play on Star Wars card, I'm always going to play as my favorite character. It's like with the Lego Marvel games because I'll always play as Spider-Man because he's my favorite superhero. And I will say, guys, that in my opinion, the best thing about Lego DC supervillains, in my opinion, is Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill.
Man, just two legends right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey Ozzy, welcome back. We were just talking about Lego D Supervillains, Ozzy, where I said that in my opinion, the best part of that game, in my opinion, is Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill.
Well, it's Kevin and Mark.
What else
Can't
needs
go
to
wrong with them.
what else needs to be said?
But nowadays, I do feel like they should have gotten Arlene Sorkin back as Harley.
Well, she retired, so I can see why they didn't get her back. So yeah, I totally understand why she didn't return, because she retired.
It still could have made him great one last time.
Well, it's her choice, so we got to respect
I know.
that.
Yeah.
If she's retired, she's retired. Simple as that.
Yeah, I do respect that.
So I'm not going to ask her back, and I can't because she's dead.
Yeah, rest in peace.
We lost her way too soon, sadly. Oh yeah, Ozzy, did you catch that Lego Force Awakens on the Vita has like a battle arena?
No, I did not know that.
Well, it does, which is interesting. And you can play as any character, but there is like a challenge for defeating all 25 Stormtroopers as Paul Dameron raw.
Interesting.
But I am, however, playing as my first Star Wars character raw for this part. You can actually talk enemies too as Darth Vader, thankfully, too, which is brilliant.
And Blaze is showing a snack.
Bro, I was looking for this for 2 weeks, 2 days, and I found it now.
Well, you found it, Blaze. Nice one.
Let me show you what it looks like.
Oh, Kylo Ren's here too, guys. Wow.
So, emo Vader.
Yeah, or Matt as well, guys, for some reason. But yeah.
Ooh, that looks like a pizza. A mini pizza.
And that looks pretty.
It's like a nice, how do you say, oven baked or something.
And also, I'm glad. I'm also glad that when you guys show up, put on your cameras, I can now see you instead of when it says unstable internet connection.
Well, I have a feeling you probably jinxed it. So just enjoy it while it's before it happens again.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen A Quiet Place. Yes, I love that movie.
Please just give us the third one.
Please do. I think it might be great as a trilogy, you know, A Quiet Place.
I haven't even seen that yet.
I'd recommend the two films so far. They're great. And my favourite wars are both John Krasinski and his wife, Emily Blunt.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, and they're also my favourite films he's directed so far as well. He directs both of them. He's a pretty good director, I'll give him that. For some reason, guys, I don't appear to got a trophy for defeating Kylo Ren as Darth Vader, because I played as Vader and snapped his neck. Weird, that.
Okay, when you say snap his neck, I was like, wait, they're in Mortal Kombat now?
I know.
That would be very
I mean, what I will say though is that they don't even need to have a Mortal Kombat fight, because Vader will probably kill Kylo in one move, wouldn't he?
Pretty much.
And I do love how, of course, there's a reference to, you know, Rey's line where she says Kylo will never be as strong as Vader, and I guess she was right in that case, wasn't she?
Yep, completely.
Kylo is not Vader.
Yeah, he'll never be Darth Vader. Darth Vader will never be topped at all, like when it comes to Star Wars villains at all. No one, in my opinion, will top him at all.
And also, just like how Rey will never be Luke or Obi-Wan.
Never. She's just everything I would not want in a Star Wars character who's supposed to be a main protagonist at all. It also doesn't help that I lost respect for Daisy Ridley when she said that it's sexist if you call her Mary Sue, Rey Mary Sue.
It's not sexist.
It's
No,
called.
it's not sexist.
It's just. It's called an opinion. And last time I checked, it wasn't a crime to have an opinion.
Does she even know what sexist means, or like actually seen it in front of her?
I think she's delusional.
And I personally think that Kathleen Kennedy got inside her head.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy
Yeah,
Kennedy, I think she's also the worst character in Lego Force Awakens as well.
Whom I'm not looking forward to unlocking again.
Yeah, because unfortunately, when it comes to, of course, unlocking her, you unlock it automatically when you finish a story, don't you? Alongside J.J. Abrams, don't you?
Pretty much, but I'd much rather play as J.J. Abrams instead.
Yeah, because I actually tolerate him a lot more than her, because when he did interviews for Force Awakens, he said that if you don't like my film, I couldn't respect your opinion more.
Yeah, because he's more respectable than Kathleen and obviously Rian Johnson.
And I do have a soft spot for him thanks to his Star Trek films he's directed. Because they've been lots of good films. And of course, as well, when it comes to action movie territory, I of course also love Mission Impossible 3 as well.
Yeah, it's in here.
Yeah, great film.
Yeah, most definitely. But as far as I'm concerned, guys, there is only 6 MI films.
Yep, there's no such thing as Dead Reckoning.
Yep.
What is a Dead Reckoning? I've never heard of it.
I have no idea.
That's funny. I've never heard of that movie until now.
But on topic of Mission Impossible, I find the 4th one to be very interesting because of how that one's directed by Brad Bird.
Yeah,
and at the time he was mostly known for animated movies.
Yeah, we directed The Incredibles. And Ozzy, would you also say that Michael Giacchino's score in Mission Impossible or Ghost Protocol is similar to The Incredibles?
Yeah, somewhat. You got to listen closely to both soundtracks to
basically
get the idea.
Basically, think of it as if Incredibles became spies.
Or if the spies became superheroes.
Either way. Mortal Kombat 1's 114 gigabytes. Are you kidding me, Blaze?
What the crap?
What the?
Like 114 gigabytes. And what I don't get, guys, is this game is apparently so big, yet the character roster has less character than previous games.
That makes no sense at all.
Stupid.
Why don't we take a look at let's take a look at Mortal Kombat XLs. That takes up 44 gigabytes.
And that
now
game,
let's do Mortal Kombat 11.
And that game, in my opinion, is an absolute masterpiece. In my opinion, NetherRealm's best game.
Even MK11 is 75.2 gigabytes, but not over 100.
And there's lots of characters in MK11, isn't there?
Yep. And also, if you're wondering about the PC version of MKXL, that's 77 gigabytes, I think.
Not bad.
Yeah, but I'm planning to get a new laptop anyway, so I had to uninstall it for now. For now, I'm going to reinstall when I get that gaming laptop.
I mean, don't you have a Steam account, Ozzy, to use it on?
Yep, pretty much.
Well, you can. I suppose you can reinstall it with no charging because you own it, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, jobs are good. And
yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention the other Steam game I got. It was Just Cause 2.
Oh, I love that game. In my opinion, that's an absolute masterpiece.
Yep, and I'm also going on PC because I'm too lazy to hook up the 360 again.
Yeah, and of course, Ozzy, you've confirmed that you don't want to do Microsoft games anymore, do you?
Yeah, I think I just want to stay with PC games instead of doing Xbox.
Yeah. And Ozzy, what company made your PC? It's not Microsoft, is it?
It is.
It is? Oh, God.
However, though, the gaming laptop I'm going to go for is not going to be involved with Microsoft.
Well, that's great.
Well, not made by Microsoft.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And plus also, if you're going to port... Here's another thing I just realized. If you're going to port the Microsoft exclusives to PC, what's the point of having an Xbox then?
Exactly.
I just made that discovery.
Yeah.
And I know what people are about to ask me. Am I going to get the Spider-Man games on Steam? Well, answer to that is no.
I mean, I don't see why you should, because we're on PlayStation, you know?
Yep, and also because it's the remastered version, and I'm not a fan of Peter's face in the remastered.
Exactly.
Yeah, this remastered space looks like crap.
And plus, you know how awkward it's going to be playing Spider-Man 2018 with an Xbox controller?
Yeah, that's going to be really awkward. If we're going,
just rather stick with PlayStation.
If we're going to do it, where you can use the Xbox controller as like an emulator, then they might as well just release it for Xbox too, But I think it should stick to PlayStation, not to PC, to be honest. The remastered version, that is.
Yeah, and I also don't want to play the Last of Us remake. I don't want to play that. Plus,
Me
the PC
neither.
version of that game was awful.
Me neither. I've seen clips of PC version screenshots, and it looked absolutely appalling. Like, why is it that the PS3 version and the PS4 version look miles better than a new game?
I don't really know, and to be honest, it's really embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. I think it's true to say, guys, we live in an era where old games are better than new games for the most part.
Yeah. So all I'm gonna say is that if you notice the next time I turn on the camera and you don't see an Xbox in my room, it's mostly owned by someone else now. If that ever happens, which it might in the future.
I mean, who are you going to give it to? Are you going to give it to a friend or something?
Or, I don't know, probably put it on eBay and somebody will get it. Or give it to a family member or something, I don't know.
Well, it's up to you, Ozzy.
Yep. But then again, I'm not really a fan of selling video game consoles or video games in general, to be honest. That's if I don't like the game, though. If I don't like the game, I could care less. But if it's something I do like, I am very concerned about that.
Yeah. And when it comes to, PS3, guys, my go-to choice for them is of course, going to be the exclusives. But there's also some multi-console games which I do want to get on PS3. And that's, probably the Lego games which came out but are not on PS4, which have trophies.
Yeah, like I think Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that has trophies, and I will also as well be I think my main target when it comes to Lego games for PS3 is Lego POTC because I've never played that before.
Well, all I know is that when you do play it, I have a feeling you're gonna love it.
I think I will.
Yeah, especially since it has Johnny Depp in it.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's in the credit. Because in Lego credits how they say special thanks to people? Well, guess what? Johnny Depp is credited there. It says special thanks to Johnny Depp.
Well, that probably confirms that he was in the game as Jack Sparrow's voice, doing the grunts.
Yeah, it's just like with Lego Star Wars 1, 2, and Complete Saga. And the special thanks, they say special thanks to George Lucas.
Yeah. Who I'm very surprised has not been in a Lego game as a playable character yet.
Yeah, he deserves to be. He deserves to.
Like,
put him in.
I mean, put it this way, guys. Yeah, they did. I mean, guys, they've done it. They did it with Stan Lee and Adam West, didn't they? They gave them, the roles in games where they voiced themselves and they had special powers and whatever. Well, Stan Lee did, but why not do the same for George?
Yeah, like it was such a wasted opportunity not to have it in Force Awakens and Skywalker Saga.
I mean, here's this: if they do another Lego Indiana Jones game, they should put both George and Spielberg in it.
This will be Spielberg's second time in a Lego game, of course, because he's in Lego Jurassic World.
Yeah, pretty much.
Only, of course, in fact, he doesn't talk, does he? He's a silent character, isn't he?
Yep, but at least his abilities are pretty good to use.
Very handy. One character I did use a lot in that Lego Jurassic World for puzzles was Mr. DNA.
Oh, that character was always funny in the movies.
Yeah, he was. He was also really useful. He had lots of abilities. And yeah, obviously, though, guys, when I play that game, I mostly played as Ian Malcolm because he's my favorite character.
If I'm to be completely honest, you know how there's characters in the Lego games that give you hints? I think Mr. DNA is probably the best one.
I mean, it makes sense because he's literally the guide of Jurassic Park, isn't he?
Yeah, because when you look at Complete Saga, the guy that gives you hints is literally the bartender.
Yeah, I think he's called Wuha, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, think that's kind of weird. I mean, why not Yoda?
Yeah,
or
Yoda
Ben
would have been a better
Kenobi?
choice. Yoda would have been a
I mean,
much better choice.
I mean, they still did it for Lego Star Wars 3.
Yeah, we did. That was much better. And Ozzy, did you ever play a game called Clone Wars Republic Heroes?
Some of it.
Yeah, Yoda gives you hints in that. That game is in my opinion, really underrated.
I think I played that on Xbox 360.
Yeah, me too. I think it's really underrated.
If I remember correctly, there was one ability you could do where you could actually make the droids dance.
Yeah, you could. That was actually really funny. And also, Ozzy, did you also notice that if you can actually buy, you know, headwear in the game, and one of them was Indiana Jones's hat?
Okay, that I was not aware of, but that's actually awesome.
Yeah, I think it makes sense because of both by Lucasfilm, aren't they?
Yeah, Indiana Jones references in Clone Wars.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and when it comes to Republic Heroes, I still have that game on PS3.
Nice. It's a shame they didn't remaster it, you know, to celebrate the Clone Wars' final season, isn't it?
Wasted opportunity.
Yep. Big shame.
Wait, I think that game is on Steam, so I think I could just get it there.
Yeah, you could.
Because I unfortunately don't have the game anymore on the 360.
That's unfortunate. Then again, it's not really saying much because of, you know, screw Microsoft, innit?
And plus, I'm too lazy to hook up my 360 again.
I mean, I can't say I blame you, Ozzy, for not wanting to do it again.
Yeah, it's just resting in another room.
Because right now, guys, because I'm moving house, I packed away my Xbox One into its box. It came in, you know, its green box, and yeah, it's downstairs now. And so yeah, my favorite Mortal Kombat game, well, that's XL, no question asked.
That game's the GOAT.
In my opinion, it's one of the best games ever made. And I will say that because I'm not a fan of MK11 that much, and because I'm not liking the look of MK1 so far, in my opinion, Mortal Kombat is an example of a franchise where all games are better than its current games.
Speaking of old games, I'm pretty sure you noticed today that I got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the PlayStation 4.
That's cool.
So yeah, I'm reliving some childhood memories right now.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, that's another target. When I get a PS3, I'm gonna get Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because I might as well just play the rest.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, first one was released on PS1 and PlayStation 2 is backwards compatible, so I'm good on that one.
Yeah. In terms of the exclusives, I'm hoping to play the first two games of the Infamous franchise because I heard great things about those two games, and I'm also as well wanting to play the Killzone games which are exclusive to PS3, and there is also a God of War game only on PS3 called God of War Ascension as well.
I think Blaze told me about that game.
Yeah, it's a prequel to a series, Ozzy. So it's before any of the the games and whatever. So it is also sadly TC Carson's last time playing Kratos as well.
That's unfortunate.
Because obviously 5 years later we got the 2018 reboot, if you will, which continued the franchise into Norse mythology.
The reason behind TC not voicing Kratos again is still kind of weird.
Yeah, it's because apparently he didn't fit into the mocap suits because of the height. But like, why not just design a suit that's better for his height?
Or just do like what Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer did.
Yeah, is it really that hard to do?
Then again, Christopher Young. I want to make sure
Judge.
I got the name
It's
right. Judge. I meant Judge. He's still as good as Kratos, but still, that doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, and speaking of him, I think he was also cast too because of his chemistry with the actor who plays Atreus, Sonny something. I think he's called. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his surname right.
Yeah, let me see his actor. Sonny Sol. I think it's pronounced. I have no idea how you pronounce it.
Yeah, when it comes to God of War, I should really start getting into the franchise soon.
Do you in for a treat?
I mean, since you have a PS3 Shadow, I heard the first 2 games were remastered on there, so
They were.
I think you're covered right there.
They were.
All I need are the games themselves and a new PS3 controller.
They did also as well. I think they also did some, like spin-offs in the franchise too, which will, got remastered as well, which is pretty cool. So I'll be sure I'll grab those if I can. I don't think I'll get. I don't think I'll play God of War 3 on PS3 though, because I've already played it on PS4.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless to get it on there.
Yeah, because I think the PS4 remaster, in my opinion, improves it a lot because it gives it, it's just the same as a PS3 version, just upgraded graphics and like challenges added, and I think a photo mode as well.
Yeah, because you do know how I play multi-console games like Lego.
Yeah, of course.
Somebody asked me if I was going to replay a Lego game, Lego Avengers on PS3 after I'm done with PS4. I'm just like, no.
I don't see why, because you played.
There's no reason to.
I mean, I can probably guess on the PS3 version, but the graphics might be a bit downgraded too.
Yeah, like, what's the point of playing it again on PS3 when I already played it on PS4?
I mean, Ozzy, do you have it on PS4?
Yeah, I have Avengers on PS4.
Do you have it as part of a collection of Marvel, or is it separate?
Collection.
Oh, nice. Yeah, me too. Yeah, because the good thing is you have all the DLC, therefore you'd have to pay for it, which is brilliant.
Yeah, it's much faster just to do that instead.
Exactly, it's better too, might say.
Yeah, that question that was asked me was really pointless.
And then, guys, when I've platinumed Lego Avengers, I will then, of course, be making a trip to Hogwarts.
Ooh.
Because I'll be replaying the Lego Harry Potter games, the 2 of them, remastered in the collection.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Hogwarts Legacy.
Well, obviously, Lego Harry Potter remastered came after Lego Avengers.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I knew what you were referring to as soon as you said Hogwarts.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the confusion.
Because as you guys know, I'm doing a Lego marathon, and I'm not going to stop until I've finished with Lego Skywalker Saga. It's just that feeling, where you feel like you can't stop, until you've done it,
That's pretty much how I was like when I was playing Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
I mean, is it very addictive, Ozzy, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean?
It gets pretty addictive with all the collectibles.
Yep.
Nice. And are many of the collectibles easy to get in story mode, Ozzy, or do most of them need free play to get?
Some of them you do have to do free play because you need certain characters.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like David Jones.
Yep, but the most useful character, in my opinion, is first Jack Sparrow.
Well, yeah,
because he can walk underwater. He can walk underwater.
Yeah,
and there's some things you have to dig that are underwater.
And can I also guess that as well that Elizabeth can also jump higher than other characters too?
Yeah, all the female characters can.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, they introduced that with Marion, didn't they?
Yeah, because you'll notice when they have that icon. What is it? Bubbles or flowers? But
yeah, the flower type thing is.
Yeah, the green and purple flashing lights and blue.
And that returns in this, does it?
Yep.
Oh, Ozzy, tomorrow is the birthday of Mario himself.
Oh yeah, I already have I have a community post actually set up for that.
I'll probably do one too, actually, because Charles is an absolute legend.
Yep, and I put I kind of did somewhat of an emotional statement of his retirement as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wish him all the very best in his retirement from voicing the character. I mean...
Yep, because he's now Mario Ambassador.
If you were to ask me who I'd want to voice Mario in the future, I'd probably go with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, because Chris Pratt nailed it.
He certainly did.
Yeah, I mean...
And also, if they want him to do Italian accent, he can do it. Because he did it in the movie, didn't he, at one point?
Oh, yeah, good. And also, if people are going to ask me, am I still getting the new Super Mario Wonder game? My answer is yes.
I mean, it is your favorite game
I'm still-
franchise of all time, Ozzy, so I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, because let's be real. I think Mario is an example of something I'm never going to grow out of.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that.
Yep, and yeah, Super Mario Wonder. I already heard the new voice of Mario and Luigi, and I'm gonna say it. You can't even tell that's Charles. You can't tell.
Oh, the voice is not good, Ozzy.
No, I'm saying you can't even tell that's Charles.
So
Like it.
are
the new voice
you basically
is
saying?
good.
What you're saying? You can't tell that's Charles. Oz.
Yeah, because of how good the voices are.
Wait, so you say?
You can't.
Wait, are you trying to say you can't tell it's not Charles?
Yeah, you can't even tell that's not him.
Okay, well, I guess they picked a good sound alike then, whoever it is.
Oh yeah, and guys, Daniel is joining us soon.
Well, great. He can join whenever he wants to. I don't think we confirmed who the new voice is on that video, did we? Where Charles announced that he's going to be the ambassador. You know, him and the Mario creator. You know, they didn't, like, confirm who is going to be succeeding Charles as a voice, did they? So, it's making me wonder, who this voice will be in this upcoming game.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys see the video which Charles and Shigeru Miyamoto appeared in on Twitter?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Look at that.
Yeah, so it's making me wonder, who will do the voice. And apparently, according to Wikipedia, Charles has recorded 5 million audio files as Mario.
Damn.
But what's
Also, I think
what's strange, guys, is that apparently, in an interview last year in October 2022, Charles said that he wants to voice the character until he dies. You know that. But the thing is, that didn't really age well because he retired from playing him now, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's making me wonder, as the ambassador, will he still do the voice at these events he goes to?
I mean, fans are probably going to ask him to, so I'm pretty sure he's more than willing to do it.
Yes.
And I can vouch for that because I've met him twice.
And did he do a voice for you, was he, when you met him?
Yeah.
That's cool. What did you get him to say when you met him?
His traditional catchphrase, "It's me, I'm Mario."
That's cool.
Yeah, I love Charles Martinet. I can't badmouth. I can never badmouth him because I have no reason to.
He's a legend. I don't see why he would get bad mouth.
And that dude generated my childhood.
Exactly. And I think, the movie as well from this year was also definitely a very nice, shall I say, passing the torch moment.
Yeah.
For Charles, because he, of course, plays Mario and Luigi's dad, doesn't he?
Yep. And also Giuseppe, I believe that's
Giuseppe.
his cameo's character's name.
And apparently, according to Wikipedia, he resembles the original appearance of Mario in the Donkey Kong game, speaking as his in-game voice.
Yeah, the original character, Mario's original name was actually called Jumpman.
And didn't he first appear in Donkey Kong, Ozzy?
Yep, back in 1981. And yes, I have played Donkey Kong.
That's
the
cool.
Original 1981 game.
And it's on, it says it's on a console called Arcade.
Arcade systems.
Yeah, and I see it's on Atari and also Game Boy Advance. Something called Nintendo e-reader. All these old consoles, never played at all in my life.
I would not really recommend the Atari version, to be completely honest.
But what is the best version, Ozzy, to play on?
Probably NES.
Okay.
But you don't need to get the original NES system itself. You can just try finding the NES Classic, so you don't have to go through all the setups, because the NES Classic has HDMI. The original one obviously doesn't.
Who's Alan Lee? I don't even know who that is.
Who?
I don't know. Blaze is like saying Alan Lee, Shang Tsung from MK1. I don't even know him that well, Blaze, because like I said, the voice actor guests we want are people who we know from lots of things. Because if we don't know them, what we're going to talk about?
Yeah, that's we're kind of wasting their time if we do that. If we invite them for something we don't even know.
I don't want to invite them on just to talk about nothing because they'll be wasting my time. They've probably got better things to do and talk to me anyway. So we need to make it worth their time because we're busy people.
Yeah, to be completely honest, I think Bob Carter might be my second favorite voice we interviewed after Fred.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, he was definitely a really amazing last week and an amazing guest. Lovely guy.
Yes.
Yeah, and also remember when you had the conversation about the feeling of beating a video game character?
Yeah.
Like the good feeling about it? That also applies to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when you beat Galactus.
I can imagine.
Because when I was younger, it took me so many attempts to finally beat Galactus. And now it took me like my second try to finally beat him nowadays.
Nice one.
And wondering who I use? I use Spider-Man.
Cool. And I will.
The first time I used Wolverine.
Oh, nice. And I will say as well that Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic, who directed Mario film, they both have my respect for doing that film for Mario fans. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, absolute legends.
And I hope they get to direct this planned sequel, of course, because they have expressed interest in doing sequels, which is brilliant.
Even after that ending, the post-credit scenes, of course I want to see more.
Exactly. You can't just end a film when there's a cliffhanger, can you? Because, some things need to be resolved, don't they, in films, don't they, guys? So that's why sequels can be needed.
Yeah, and plus the Mario world is gigantic.
So you can tell lots of stories with it, can't you?
Lots of stories.
And there's so many characters, too, you can bring in. There's two in particular that really need to go in, which is, well, we're already getting Yoshi, but I'm mentioning these two, Wario and Waluigi. They really need to be in the next one.
Yeah.
And please, get Danny DeVito and Willem Dafoe. That would be perfect.
Get both of them.
Please do. That'd be amazing. They're both absolute legends.
And that would be perfect casting right there.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like, hold on, let me find this little fan photo I did from earlier this year. It's basically Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Danny DeVito, and Willem Dafoe wearing Mario Waluigi hats.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
I found it.
Nice one.
And I will put it in the mic chat. There you go.
Let's see. Please let it happen. I think Danny DeVito as Wario might be absolutely hilarious, to be honest.
I could imagine how funny it will be.
Mm-hmm.
And I can already imagine Willem Dafoe as Waluigi.
I mean, Willem is an absolute legend. I think he'd fit well.
And also, he has to laugh as well.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I know what his laugh sounds like thanks to a Green Goblin, so he can do great laughs, can't he?
And I remember seeing this one little voice clip of what it could sound like from on share with us. Let's see if I can find that.
Is it where they basically took a clip of Willem Dafoe talking as like a random character and put it in as Waluigi?
Yeah, like as Green Goblin, Penguin for
Danny DeVito. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I was talking about.
And there's also another reason why Danny DeVito is perfect casting, because you know how nowadays Danny DeVito is known as a comedian, kind of?
Well, he has been in funny things, yeah.
Yeah, because believe it, because Wario in the games is actually is a comedic character.
Well, I think he'd fit perfectly then, I guess.
Yeah, both Wario and Waluigi, they're basically the comic reliefs.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
And I think both of them are underrated characters in Nintendo.
Well, let's hope they get the chance to shine in this potential sequel.
But if you ask me who's the most underrated Mario character, it's Waluigi. Because that guy needs to get his own game.
Yeah, give him one.
And
He has
never has gotten his own before.
Yeah, he's only been in the spin-offs. He hasn't had his own game or started a Wario game. Because I told gentlemen about this, but this is very insulting to Waluigi. But back when Mario Kart 7 released, they put Waluigi Pinball in that game, yet Waluigi himself is not in it.
That's stupid. Like, why call it Waluigi Pinball when he's not even going to be in it?
Yeah, Nintendo's excuse is because they didn't have enough time, yet you put in a Caterpillar, a Queen Bee, and Lakitu. Seriously?
If you have time to include those things in the game, then surely you have time to include the character himself.
But at least for Mario Kart 8, at least Waluigi came back. So I can forgive him for that one.
Mm-hmm. And so, another thing as well, in terms of, birthdays today, guys, of course, I definitely wanted to wish Mickey Rourke happy birthday because he has my respect for sporting Johnny Depp.
He has my respect now.
Mm-hmm. Anyone who supports Johnny Depp will always earn my respect. Let me see what he said about him as well, if you guys didn't know what he said. Who supports Johnny Depp? Let's see. I know Winona Ryder has endorsed Javier Bardem and his wife Penelope Cruz. So yeah, respect to them.
Massive respect.
One of them who has also shown respect for him is also a singer, Sia, but she did something which I think was pretty stupid a couple of years ago where she made a very insulting film called Music. Very insulting.
Yeah, insulting people with autism.
And I know about this film thanks to Don's rant on it. And Don, you can also confirm that is also the worst film of 2021, can't you?
Definitely is.
Yeah. So there's no way I'm going to watch that film. So, absolutely not. Oh, and as well, guys, the Walking Dead actress Laurie Holden, who played Andrea, she also supports Johnny as well to this day. Respect her for that.
Good.
Yeah, I'm so glad that she supported him.
Speaking of Johnny, I'm planning to watch him in a movie called Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah, it's from 2000, and Johnny's in it along with Alfred Molina, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Judi Dench.
Yeah, and when it comes to Johnny, there are two horror movies, satanic horror films that I do recommend, called From Hell and The Ninth Gate.
Okay. Paul Bettany as well, guys. Paul Bettany. He's actually very good friends with Johnny, and he said that Johnny is the sweetest, kindest, gentlest man I've ever known. Just saying.
Yeah, and also when we were talking about the Wario and Waluigi earlier, I found a video I talked about.
Nice one. I'll watch it after the stream, yeah. We've got like about 36 minutes left of it. It's been really fun so far.
Has anyone seen Secret Window? No.
No,
No,
I've not seen it.
No, but I have heard that it does have one of the dumbest plot twists in movie history, actually.
Was it the ending?
Yep. But I'm only watching for Johnny.
Yep, same here. And I'm also gonna hold on. What was that other movie that I was gonna watch with Johnny? It wasn't Finding Neverland. That was already on my list. I don't remember. I think it's called Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's another film I want to check out.
Yeah, because that's also the characters that Johnny played making a cameo appearance in Rango.
Yeah,
which is how I'm aware about that movie.
Yeah, and Johnny even reprised the role, kind of.
That's cool.
Who else is in the movie? Oh, Tobey Maguire.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, guys, I found what Mickey Rourke said. Mickey Rourke said that Johnny doesn't seem like a very violent man to him. He's a really low-key guy. He's always been really low-key and a gentleman and not violent. And also, guys, another reason why I don't think Johnny is in any shape or form violent is also because he does, of course, charity stuff for kids, doesn't he?
Yeah, so why would he be abusive?
Exactly. And he stood
How's he abusive?
And also, guys, even though he said he would never return to Disney as Jack Sparrow, he still plays the character for charity for kids.
Yeah.
And that makes me love him more and more every day for that. And he is, of course, he's someone I'd love to meet as well.
I would, which is pretty much why every time I decide to rewatch the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy, I get really excited to watch it because I get to see him again.
Yeah, the trilogy, because as far as I'm concerned, there's only 3 of the movies, not 5.
And also, I might as well let you know now, every time I play Lego POTC, I'm always playing as Jack.
Well, I can see why, because he is the main character of the franchise, and he's a really amazing character.
Yeah, and I think in the game, Jack Sparrow has a total of 5 variants, I think.
Isn't one of them where he's a skeleton?
Yep, which is the cursed one I mentioned earlier. The other variants is the white coat, the one with the jacket, and the chief, and also the dancing one.
Isn't that dancing one where you got to do something to unlock it or something, like a code or something?
Yeah, you have to put a cheat code in.
That's like how you have to use a cheat code to unlock Salvage Press in Clone Wars, isn't it? Lego Clone Wars, isn't it?
Yeah, and also for the Lego Movie game for Angry Kitty and Johnny Thunder.
Yeah, and I think as well you got to do it for Young Vitruvius as well in the Lego Movie 1 game as well, because that's what I did.
Oh yeah, him too.
Oh yeah, and guys, when it comes to people that support Johnny, Tim Burton, of course, does it.
Yep. Oh yeah, Tim Burton also earned a lot more respect recently, guys, when he criticised the Flash movie.
Good. Mad respects for him.
Yeah, because he criticised how they used his Nicolas Cage Superman in it as a cameo, and he also criticised AI as well because he thinks it's taking over everything and he's not happy about it. And so yeah.
Nowadays I'm really excited to see what he'll say about what James Gunn. What James Gunn said, basically attacked them.
I mean, Tim Burton already has my respect as well, guys, because I think it was last year or so, in an interview, he told Warner Bros. To call F themselves. Because of how because of course what we did to his Batman franchise.
Yep.
Because
how?
Because he simply said, of course, you call my films dark and weird, then you put that nipples on a costume, go F yourself.
Yep. I think for me it was mostly when he left Disney for good.
Yeah, I think he did the right thing leaving Disney.
Yeah, because let's be real, if he stayed with Disney, they would have ruined his movies.
Unfortunately.
Yep. And more unfortunate because Disney was one of the first companies he worked for as an animator.
Yeah, What a shame that, the company he started his career with had to ruin his career with that bloody Dumbo remake until he, of course, left Disney, of course. Because I didn't hear good things about the Dumbo remake, sadly, and I have no interest in watching it. Or the original film, for that matter.
Yeah, I just think both of them are just the same. Given the same score.
Yes, I mean, you've heard it from both of us, so I don't think...
Yeah, now else needs to be said, really.
It's just not worth it at all.
Yeah, I don't have any interest, guys. I'd rather watch better things.
And yeah, but nowadays I just want Tim Burton to do like his own movies and continue with that.
Just do like original films, really, because he can do it. He's done a great job with original films.
Yeah, so far many of the films I've seen from him are masterpieces.
Exactly.
I've also been noticing that there's a bunch of movies that he was planning to do that actually got scrapped. And it's not just Superman Lives. There's a lot more. Like, apparently I heard that he was supposed to do his own Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh, wow. Scooby-Doo from Tim Burton. Wow.
Oh, imagine that.
I think it would have. I think it would have probably been better than the two live action ones from the early 2000s.
Yeah, and then I think the other one I heard was his own version of Pinocchio.
That is interesting.
What a shame we never got these.
Yep, and then I think they also did mention that he was supposed to do something TV Wars, I think, some sort of sci-fi TV movie that had to do with TV. It was something about that, but from what I can remember, the reason is because he didn't want to do it because Warner Bros. Was asking him to do it, but he didn't want to do it because they turned away Edward Scissorhands, so he got back at them.
Yeah, respect to him for that, for standing up to them. Also, Ozzy, you've seen the behind the scenes on Superman Lives and how it got cancelled, haven't you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, did what they had planned out for that film involve Superman fighting a giant spider?
Yep.
Well, I can unfortunately say that, of course, they actually did that in the Flush movie.
That's a big fat middle finger right there.
And it makes me appreciate Across the Spider-Verse, another Multiverse film released this year, a lot more because that film does have cameos from other Multiverse characters, guys. But the difference is the characters actually do talk, of course, and they're not mistreated, are they, by ugly CGI, are they?
Yeah, they actually get treated with respect.
And even though Spectacular Spider-Man was only a cameo appearance, he actually has a role in the story because he actually talks to Miles, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, I just can't believe, animation did Multiverse better than a live-action film. Just ridiculous. But yeah. I mean, if you guys want to hear my reaction to the Multiverse scene, because I've seen it on Twitter, thanks to people posting it and whatever, and I can probably guess that, Andy Machete's probably expecting me to clap and cheer at Christopher Reeve's Superman appearing because he's my favourite Superman. But, guys, my reaction is literally where I'm facepalming and I go, F's sake. I say that for F's sake. Facepalming and say for F's sake. Because I'm not even happy seeing that. And he's my favourite Superman of all time, and I think he was ruined in that ugly CGI. Disrespectful. I mean, guys, how did you react to that scene if you've seen it?
Yeah, I did see it, and I was like, F you, Andy. F you.
Can't say I blame you, Shadow.
I dropped so many curse words when I saw that scene.
Can't blame you.
And of course, how he has also disrespected Adam West too.
Yeah, because you know what's so dumb, guys, is when they show Adam West's Batman universe, it's just like frozen, isn't it? The characters aren't moving. It's like statues, isn't it?
And it doesn't even have the ears.
Like
what? Have the bad ears.
Like, is it really that hard to give Batman his ears? That's not Batman.
Batman without his ears, he's not Batman without the ears. He's just a man.
Exactly.
He's just a man.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
And-
it's just a guy wearing a mask, pretty much.
And also, guys, where was Robin?
And also,
Yeah.
why should I be excited to see a Michael Keaton Batman that's obsessing with spaghetti?
Exactly.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
who basically is turned into Jake Skywalker at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, guys, get
Keaton
this right. You know what's so dumb is in this film, Michael Keaton is actually playing the Batfleck, basically the Batman of the DCEU, just recasted. You know that he's literally playing Batfleck, just with
gosh.
his bat suit from the 80s, the 80s film and the Batcave and the Batmobile and all that, all his vehicles, just replacing Batfleck.
Okay. My brain is now fried.
Hmm.
And yeah, guys, characters actually do obsess with spaghetti in the film from what I've seen reviews.
They do.
Just why?
It's true because it's stupid. That's why.
So are they a fan of? Are they a fan of Mr. Fantastic then?
Maybe.
Jesus Christ, this movie's incredibly stupid.
Hmm.
It is. I mean, I'm sure that if I saw the movie, it would get an automatic 0 out of 10 for me.
I mean, it's what I would definitely do. I mean, I'd say it's probably the worst DCE movie of all time.
If I did, it would probably take Dial of Destiny's spot as the number one worst film of 2023. But since I didn't see it and don't want to see it, Dial of Destiny is number one for me.
Yes, I think you might stay that way, Don, unless you watch a worse film later this year, of course. But, if I was to see this flush movie, I'd probably say it's the worst one out of the DCEU, even worse than Justice League.
And also, guess what, guys? My dad actually did want to see The Flush, but I did tell him about what Ezra Miller did, and
That's good.
My dad was out of it immediately.
Good.
Ezra's exactly how I don't want to watch it because I don't want to give Ezra money.
And one was bad enough, but two of them in the same film, just no, I'm not watching that.
Man, imagine if in Aquaman 2 we're getting like 2 mirrors.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, then again in November, Disney's giving us 3 Mary Sues in one film.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Aquaman 2, did you guys hear that Mira apparently only has like 1 second in trailer?
Well, I couldn't care less. I didn't see the trailer.
I didn't even watch it. I honestly laughed. I already know all the hatred that's going on behind the trailer, so I don't care to watch it because I can't stand seeing her at all.
Yeah, I have no interest in watching a movie. I don't even care if she gets killed in the film. I'm not going to watch a film where she's in it for a single second.
Yeah, I'm just not watching any movies with that demon, period.
Because she has placements of my most hated actress of all time.
So that means I'm just gonna watch Zombieland 2. I'm not gonna even watch the first one.
Good choice.
I mean, in my opinion, Zombieland 2 is far better. Anyways.
I might probably be honest, guys, and say that I don't do favourites with Zombieland films, to be honest. Because the things about them that I equally don't like, of course. As you will have guessed, the first one for me is Amber Turd. The sequel, I'm not really a fan of Madison that much. Found her a bit annoying. But other than that, though, they're both, fun films, when you don't include those bad qualities.
Yeah, that is true.
And also, Ozzy, if you also don't want to watch any Amber Turd films, I'd also recommend to avoid a comedy film called Pineapple Express if you've not seen it.
Oh yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, because not only does it star Seth Rogen in it, of course, she's unfortunately in a supporting role, sadly.
I mean, even though I don't like Seth Rogen, I'd rather deal with him than Amber Turd.
Although he has done some despicable things.
Pretty much, but then again, I'd rather deal with him than Amber Turd.
you know, sometimes it's hard for me to rank my most hated celebrities, really, to be honest. It's really hard for me to do. Oh, look, Nerd's joined
because
us.
I have a lot.
Yep.
I've hated ones.
Oh, man, I'm beat.
How's it going, Lucky Nerd? You sound like are you saying you're tired?
Kind of busy day today.
Oh, wow, yeah, I've been busy too, because I've been packing for a move next week, I'm moving house next Friday.
Moving house next Friday. Still in the same state. Well, they say same city, or
Yeah,
are you
it's
moving?
the same area, yes. Greater Manchester.
Oh, okay.
So it's thankfully not too far, thankfully.
Yeah, we've been trying to be moving out of ours for a really long time, ever since 2016, when my house got burgled.
You got burgled? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Horrible.
Yep, and it's all happened within 1 hour, when basically me and my dad went to the gym, and then after 1 hour, when we came back, we saw the dog was closed inside the living room, and ever since she has been having bad hip dysplasia, because they hit her down the stairs.
Oh my God.
And threw her in the living room, and yeah, basically the entire house, all the jewelry we had and stuff. It was a horrible year. 2016 was for me.
Well, I'm so sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Lucky.
Yep. Well, oops, guess the public knows, but yeah.
And yeah, well, I'm very sorry, Lucky Nerd. So yeah, I really do hope, you know, that, I mean, did you catch this burglar?
Nope.
Oh,
Well,
sorry to hear that.
Police here are actually kind of crap.
Well,
And
I'm
stuff.
very sorry for what you went through. You didn't deserve that at all.
Nope. And what's worse is that this was the same year when I was doing my GCSEs.
Yeah, same for me too. I was in my final year GCSEs that year, and it was torture.
Yeah, it was torture, but somehow I had it worse that year.
Hmm.
And I guess you, but yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think getting burgled is worse for definite.
Yep. Well, it's not the first time it happened. It's even happened back in 2019 when I basically saved some money to be going on holiday. My mom if I found some painter from Facebook, of all places, and basically he came in to be doing some painting, and he actually stole my money box and my sister's. I think I forgot, but yeah, it was very, very expensive, and yeah, and he got away with it, and that money was for holiday. I was going to be going on that year.
Well, I'm very sorry you went through that.
Yeah, and the police barely did anything, and they didn't even, and the insurance didn't even claim, because they said, "Oh, we can't do anything. It's a forced entry." And I'm like, "What the hell?"
Well, lucky for that, those police officers has lost my respect.
Well, insurance people, but yeah.
Yeah. Those insurance people and the police, they've lost my respect for that.
Yeah.
Like refusing to help you. And making a BS excuse.
Yep, I mean they even said, "Oh, we don't have enough police to be investigating the burglars and whatever." Like, some help you guys are. That's all I can say. Sorry to go on a tangent, but
no, it's fine, absolutely fine. You can voice your concerns here as much as you want, Lucky Nerd. Everyone's welcome to.
Yep.
So yeah, next Friday, guys, I'll be moving, and the sad news is, well, I can't stream on the Saturdays, which is a shame, until I get my Wi-Fi on 3rd of October. And
well, then this will probably be the last stream for a while. Then
it is, sadly.
Yeah, Yeah, this will be the last stream for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I still keep that in mind.
But thankfully, guys, if if worst comes to worst and I can't upload any videos due to Wi-Fi issues, then I've thankfully got lots of stuff pre-recorded already for you, so don't worry about
that. No worries.
I mean, guys, do you have any idea when my unboxing of Spider-Gwen's going to release?
I have no idea.
January 2025. Holy crap.
2025. Well, that is 2 years of planning, but well.
Yep. So in the meantime, guys, every Wednesday will be either an Action Figure unboxing or Angry Birds Transformers gameplay. Just there, all done, already done, and it'll upload no matter what happens. But you know what, guys? I think I've also earned a break, haven't I, as well?
Yeah.
So I'll use it to do things like I'll watch films, I'll download, because the beauty of streaming services, guys, on the mobile versions is you can actually download things to watch without internet, which is very handy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of did that when with Extraction 1 and 2 when I was stuck at the airport.
That's good looking, her, because you never know what the Wi-Fi could be like at the airports, could you?
Yep.
I usually do that before I go traveling.
I mean, look here. Did you try to connect to a Wi-Fi in Germany when you were there? At Frankfurt, is it?
Nope. Actually, well.
Because I can probably guess that the Wi-Fi there, when you log into it on your phone was probably in German, probably, and I'm not fluent in German at all by any means.
Nope, it wasn't. They did give some. No, it was all in English actually.
Well, that's handy. That's handy.
Oh.
Why are you planning to be going on holiday to Germany?
I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. Never say never.
Yeah, there's a lot of places I still need to go to.
I mean, Shadow, you know what? Your local airport in Norway. If you were to connect to a Wi-Fi there, would it be in English on the phone?
I think it's Norwegian.
All right. I mean, are like the signs at the airport like bilingual, like English and Norwegian?
Yeah, I think it's like that.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah, it's like that.
That's good.
It's kind of similar to Canada in some ways, where they have signs in both English and French, because I think for French is a second language in Canada.
It is, particularly it is particularly as well in a region called Quebec.
I mean, I can vouch because I've been to Canada twice.
Yeah, same.
And you know what's ironic, guys? Right? Dive Wimpy Kid, the movies, right? They said that they wanted to find a perfect American town to film in, right? But ironically, guys, they found the town in Canada.
Yeah.
Pretty ironic, I guess.
Ironic.
I mean, Canada does have similarities to America, doesn't it? In some cases, some similarities.
Somewhat, I guess the businesses would be one of them.
Yep, and
like McDonald's, for example.
And I think also,
and of course,
and I think as well that some people there have similar accents to American accents. So I might as well say similar accents.
Yeah, because sometimes you can't tell whether they're American or Canadian.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, really.
So I think the one of the similarities that both Canada and UK have is definitely Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah, of course, Tim Hortons. Yeah, I occasionally see that place.
Yep,
I've had a chance to try those.
I'd love to try Tim Hortons one day. Never been before.
I have been to my local one in town, the centre, and they're quite good.
Very nice.
And I remember just stopping over to some whenever I went to Toronto. I was actually surprised that they have nearly in every single corner you see a Tim Hortons. I guess it's that popular.
Yeah. How interesting.
And there's also one advantage that Canada has over America when it comes to stores, and that is that Canada still has Toys R Us.
Oh wow! I'd love to go to Toys R Us again.
Yep, because sadly the one here in America shut down.
Same for the UK too.
They're in Norway.
Then again, this time when I went to Toronto, it was actually quite a day, because I remember they actually had this was so weird. They actually had a Subway and a cannabis store in the same place. Like in the same building. I was like, And I remember when we were looking for some directions, we accidentally took a turn, and it looked like we got caught in one of those biker gang scenes, like similar to like in Fast and the Furious. Like, God, that was scary. But yeah.
Wow. Hope everyone was okay.
Yep, everyone was okay, but
That's
there was
good.
quite a lot of high people when we were trying to look for directions.
And also as well, guys, when it comes to Canada, I do have a nice, soft spot for Canada, because both my favourite actor and voice actor are Canadian. So there's also that too.
Well, I kind of have that kind of soft spot, because they have the ocean and Toronto dubbing pool and blue water as well.
Yeah.
Voice actors, I mean. There are many voice actors like Brian Drummer, Brad Swiley, the late Kirby Morrow, Sam Vincent, etc. that live there.
Yeah.
Yep, they are all Canadian actors.
Yeah, I know the cast of Lego Ninjago, for example, is Canadian, isn't it?
Yep.
For sure, that is.
I got a funny thing to mention about Toys R Us.
Yeah, what about it, Ozzy?
Toys R Us is actually where I bought my, well, it's not the first rated M game I played, but the first one I ever got.
And what's that?
And I think it was either Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, wow.
PS3.
I wonder why they sold those games at Toys R Us, considering it's supposed to be a store, for children's toys, isn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of funny that they have rated M video games there.
Yeah, because isn't it supposed to be a family-friendly toy store?
Pretty much.
Yeah, because there's also a toy store here in the UK, a chain of them called Smiths, Aussie, and they sell, like, Peggy 18 rated games for some reason.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when I went inside a Smiths Superstores a few years back.
Yeah, because if you guys are wondering, Smiths is where I got my figures of, Robert Pattinson's Batman, and of course, Black Adam, where he's not got his cloak on. That's where I got them.
I mean, toy stores in my area, you don't really see them that much. I mean, at my mall, I think we have something called Calendar Toys, and
nice.
And there's just pure toys, like no video games, like Toys R Us was. Because the only other toy store that is sadly not in my area, but it's in Orlando, also in Nashville, which is where I go to Thanksgiving usually, they have a Lego store.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, the reason why I say Orlando is because this Lego store I'm talking about is in Disney World.
Wow.
And that Lego store, and also because of Legoland as well.
Oh yeah, Legoland.
Well, in Birmingham, there actually is a Legoland and a Lego store here as well in the town centre.
That's cool.
Let me see if I can.
When it comes to Ashton, guys, the town in Greater Manchester, I go to the shopping occasionally. The action figure store that I go to, where I got my figures of Joker and Robin from today, is called Rewind. And it's definitely a great store. And I think that name also further suits the idea of me watching and playing old things instead of the new things nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Lego, do you guys know that they actually made a Lego figure for Brian O'Connor from Fast and Furious?
Really?
Yeah, I've known that for a while.
Yeah, his car.
Well, I'd love to get that.
Yeah, I'm planning to get that along with Dom's Charger.
Yeah, I especially want to get Brian because he's my favorite character in the franchise.
Yep. Rest in peace, Paul Walker.
Absolute legend. He is. We lost him way too soon. He was only like 40, weren't he, or 39, I think, depending on, yeah, because, rest in peace to him, poor guy. I think he might have been 40. Didn't he die in November 2013?
That was nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah, he died November.
So he was 40. We lost him far too soon.
Oh, okay. Let's see, when did he pass away?
He passed away
2020.
in November 2013, looking at so in 2 months it'll be 10 years since he died.
Yep. Oh, okay. So basically, he basically the Fast and the Furious 7 was his final role then.
It was,
I take
yes,
it.
the final completed role, yeah, because you see the thing is that he was of course tragically killed in a car accident in a race car, which was very tragic. We lost him far too soon. He did not complete his scenes for Furious 7 at the time. He did film a lot of other scenes though, so yeah, there was plenty of scenes of him in the film. So to complete the scenes though, they hired his brothers actually. He's got a couple of brothers to finish his scenes, and they used CGI to replace their faces with his. And they also used like voice lines of his from older films as well for the film too.
Oh, that's actually really clever.
It was, yeah. I mean, when you see the film looking at it, if you were planning to, you might not even be able to tell whether it's Paul or not, really, in the scenes where, because most of the scenes where he's CGI are actually stunt scenes where they would probably use CGI anyway to hire a stunt double, of course.
Yep. Well, I think this is the first time I've actually heard of this. I think the other time I heard of it was where they did something similar was unfortunately the Rise of Skywalker, where they use CGI for Carrie Fisher's Leia.
Well, that was terrible in my opinion. Disrespectful to Carrie Fisher.
It was quite terrible looking back, but yeah.
They should have, written Leia out of the film completely because what they had, it just didn't work at all.
They should have just had her say she retired.
Good idea.
To be honest, they probably should have done the exact same thing to the other two old original characters. But I honestly have a feeling that they planned this all along to be killing off the original characters. But yeah,
I mean, put it this way: they killed Han and Luke before Leia, so they probably would have done it to Leia eventually.
Yeah, but actually do find that very. I mean, given how Star Wars is these days anti-male and stuff, I have a feeling that they did Luke and Han on purpose.
Yeah, they did. Surprisingly, though, they didn't kill off Chewie or Lando, which I'm glad they didn't kill those two off, or C-3PO and R2.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't. Well, then again, looking back at The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, it is actually weird seeing Chewbacca without Han.
It is really weird. It's not right at all. Shouldn't be like that.
Not at all.
Yeah, I actually felt bad for Chewie.
You can't do Chewie without Han.
Exactly.
And what's heartbreaking as well, guys, is that the original characters didn't even get to reunite as a whole group at all in the Trashology.
Yeah, but here now in Star Trek, the original cast got to reunite.
Exactly. Like,
so
I mean,
same thing with got what they wanted. Star Wars didn't.
But the last time we see the Star Wars characters, the main characters together, is of course in the ending of Return of the Jedi. And that's it.
Yep, that is pretty much it. I mean, it's kind of insulting as well how in The Last Jedi, the closest thing we even got to see of Leia and Luke reunite was basically a stupid what's the thing called again?
Projection. Projection.
Yes, just some stupid force projection where Luke wasn't even there. So just his force projection.
I mean, at first, guys, I was hoping that Luke decided to get back into shape and shave his beard and whatever and fly there, but no, he didn't.
No, he was just stuck on the island like the lazy son of Beaver that he was.
I would say son of Vader, but you know, there's no way that's Luke at all. It's not Luke.
Hence why we call him Jake.
Yeah, Jake Skywalker.
Yeah, people still hate the Minion when literally they didn't disrespect the original characters.
Exactly.
Yeah, they respected them. They gave them proper send-offs.
Yeah, and that being said, guys, it is now officially 3 hours. So wow, this was really fun, wasn't it? So.
Yep.
So yeah, this week, guys, I'll be, packing my stuff, getting ready to move and all that, and I'll still try to film content for you guys as well. But for now, I won't be able to go live until I get my internet in my new house. So yeah, but I hope you guys all have a great time, and you all look after yourselves. And yeah, I'll miss all of you. And I will try and make content for all of you because I love you guys. You're all absolutely amazing, and that's why I do stuff for you to keep you guys entertained.
Yeah, and we all love you equally.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Yeah. So I'll see you all soon, and may the force be with you, all of you, always. Take care, guys. See you soon.
Take care.